Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know where we are and what the hell happened and how we got here and where we're going?
Well, I am going to start by saying we're running this episode a little bit late.
We are.
We're still going to release it on the right day,
Mm-hmm.
just not the right time of day.
Correct.
So I apologize for that. We've been running a little bit behind here for about a week, and I just wanted to apologize real quick for that. But as I recall, we finished up with the last regular chapter we read was Isaiah chapter 29.
Correct.
And they called Jerusalem Ariel, and not like the Little Mermaid Ariel, but just like Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there was some things happening. Like there was people attacking Jerusalem, and then Jerusalem won because God's God, I guess. I don't really know, but only certain people won because some of them died.
Something like that.
Is that the gist of it?
I think so. There was blindness, but like spiritual blindness, not like actual blindness, and sleepiness, but not like actual sleepiness.
Right. Yeah. It
Like...
was so clear I could hardly stand it. Like
you just made me spit laugh. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. So that was Isaiah chapter 29.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're getting into
Isaiah chapter 30.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, we are hopping into Isaiah chapter 30.
Okay.
Okay, and this chapter is going to be about the futility of reliance on Egypt.
Okay.
More of the, oh, don't do it. Turn to God, you guys.
Yeah, see, I was thinking more the futility of relying on God to do anything. But hey, that's just me.
Right, me too. Me too. Okay. Woe to the obstinate children, declares the Lord.
Oh.
Whoa! I mean, at least according to Isaiah, right?
Right.
Okay. To those who carry out plans that are not mine, forming an alliance, but not by my spirit, heaping sin upon sin. Whoa.
Man, those assholes always not listening or following God's way.
This is Isaiah speaking as God. He's
like,
I know.
I get really sick of the back and forth between Isaiah speaking versus Isaiah speaking as God.
Yeah, me too. Who go down to Egypt without consulting me. Those fuckers who looked for help to Pharaoh's protection to Egypt's shade for refuge.
It strikes me that if God were doing his job protecting his people, they wouldn't have to have had done that.
Right.
But maybe I'm wrong there. I don't know.
Again, with the gaslighting and the abusive
Right.
relationship,
Yeah.
right? But Pharaoh's protection will be to your shame, man. Egypt's shade will bring you disgrace. Though they have officials in Zoan and their envoys have arrived in Hanes, like the undies.
Yeah, right.
Everyone will be put to shame because of a people useless to them, who bring neither help nor advantage, but only shame and disgrace. Ooh.
Sounds like there's a lot of shame, but why would, if there was no help, if there's really no help there, why are they going there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people go places where there's no help. It must be better than where they were.
Well,
or they'd
don't
go
know.
back,
I don't know. It says that they weren't supposed to go there and that it's going to be all in vain.
Okay,
So,
all right.
What do I know?
I mean, I'm not aware of. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know, but that is the end of the God quote. Now Isaiah speaking.
Oh, okay.
A prophecy concerning the animals of the Negev. Okay, he's talking about the animals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Through a land of hardship and distress, of lions and lionesses, of adders and darting snakes. The envoys carry the riches on donkeys' backs, their treasures on the humps of camels. Camels. To that unprofitable nation, to Egypt, whose help is utterly useless. Therefore I call her Rahab the do-nothing. So
I don't think that calling Egypt an unprofitable nation is fair, because based on my knowledge of that time frame, Egypt was a pretty big powerhouse in the area.
Yeah,
so
they were.
I think they're just kind of blowing smoke here.
Yeah. What's happening though is Isaiah is saying, man, you're making these poor animals carry all this gold that direction to Egypt.
Yeah.
And it's for nothing. Those poor animals carrying all the gold on their backs for nothing.
Right, because God, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
God will fix everything if you just don't do that. Apparently.
Yes.
And have faith and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. But he's also saying, we already know how this is going to turn out. And so I feel really sorry for the animals.
I don't know how much credit I can give somebody who walked around naked for 3 years.
I mean,
I'm just
there
saying.
was a question about whether he was naked
I
or
know.
nude naked.
Why you got? I was just having fun with it,
I'm just putting it out there for anybody who's
shooting
hopping
down
in,
my entire joke there.
For anybody who's hopping in out of order, just
Right,
wanted them to know he may or may not have been naked. He may have just been walking around in his undies.
Regardless, undies or not,
it's still
just
fucking
saying.
Weird. Facts. Go now, says Isaiah.
Yeah.
Write it on a tablet for them and inscribe it on a scroll, that for the days to come, it may be an everlasting witness. So Isaiah's like, I'm telling you some shit that's going to happen.
Right.
Go write it down because I want it recorded that y'all did this. Y'all did not turn to God.
Okay.
Let it be on record.
Well, it's on record. I mean, we're reading it right now. So.
Yep. For these rebellious people, deceitful children unwilling to listen to the Lord's instruction, they say to the seers, see no more visions. And to the prophets, give us no more visions of what is right. Tell us pleasant things, prophecy illusions. Leave this way, get off this path, and stop confronting us with the Holy One of Israel. So
it sounds like they're kind of sick of those prophets and shit.
Yeah.
Based on, they were talking about how some of these prophets were drunk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And, Isaiah is the only, from what I'm gathering, Isaiah is the only one that's correct, maybe?
Based on Isaiah's words.
Right, based on Isaiah's words.
Yeah.
But if they're not getting good information from lots of different prophets, kind of shut the fuck up.
Right, exactly.
Go away and leave us alone. We're just trying to live here, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Therefore, this is what the Holy One of Israel says.
Okay.
And so now I'm about to be Isaiah speaking as God.
Sure.
Because you have rejected this message, relied on oppression, and depended on deceit, this sin will become for you like a high wall, cracked and bulging, that collapses suddenly in an instant.
Oh.
Not just suddenly, but also in an instant.
Yeah, right.
It will break in pieces like pottery, shattered so mercilessly that among its pieces Not a fragment will be found for taking coals from a hearth or scooping water out of a cistern. Boom.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's like,
he's gonna pulverize it, not
he's
just like
y'all not turn into me, fuck you and die. Okay. This is what the sovereign Lord, the Holy One of Israel, says. So now he's speaking as God again.
Yeah.
In repentance and rest is your salvation. In quietness and trust is your strength. But you would have none of it. You said, nah, we will flee on horses. Therefore, you will flee. You said, we will ride off on swift horses. Therefore, your pursuers will be swift.
Okay.
You're going to get chased.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. But what are they? I'm just... There was some talk earlier about like some of these prophecies where enemies were going to come in and fight. And if I have a family that I'm worried about and I haven't heard directly from God, and some of the prophets are like not exactly all on board with the same message, I'm going to go the fuck away.
And I'm going to ask Egypt for help.
You know why?
Egypt is doing well.
Right. Because God's not talking to me.
Yeah.
He's talking to you, and I'm supposed to decide that this one's correct and this one's not.
Right.
And I don't know how I'm supposed to discern that as just a regular human being who's not being talked to by God.
Right.
Or talked to. God's not talking to me.
Yeah.
You know, I there's no way to figure that out.
Oh, honey, you're supposed to have faith. This book hasn't been written yet, but you're just supposed to have faith.
No.
You're supposed to know it intrinsically.
No, bad guys with fucking weapons, I'm running.
Yeah.
I'm not sticking around for my family to die. That's dumb.
I agree with you 100%.
Just because somebody was like, hey, we're probably going to live because God said so.
Or we might, though. Some of us will die.
Right?
Not me.
Yeah, right.
It ain't going to be me, yo.
Yeah.
1,000 will flee at the threat of 1. At the threat of 5, you will all flee away till you are left like a flagstaff on a mountaintop, like a banner on a hill.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yet the Lord longs to be gracious to you. He longs.
Does he? That's not the impression I've gotten.
He so wishes he could just be nice.
I don't think that's what he does, actually.
Moreover, he could just actually stop wishing it and just be it.
I'd like to go back and count how many times we've called God a dick.
Me too.
Because it's got to be countless. So him being gracious is bullshit.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yet the Lord longs to be gracious to you. Therefore, he will rise up to show you compassion.
Will he now?
He'll only kind of kill some of you, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe.
For the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are all those who wait for him. Just wait. Just wait for him, honey.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Okay.
People of Zion who live in Jerusalem, you will weep no more. How gracious he will be when you cry for help. As soon as he hears, he will answer you.
As soon as you're scared and fear the Lord and bow down before him and give all the things to him, money included, and food and all that shit, then and only then, and you have to fully be on board mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And then, and only then, will you maybe live.
Maybe.
Possibly. But if you die, it's okay because God's got you.
And it was for the bigger plan.
Right,
whatever.
yeah. But no.
Right.
But no.
But no. I agree, but no. I feel like that should be the name of a response to the Bible. But no.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Although the Lord gives you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction. These are meals. Hard times are meals.
That does not sound like a gracious God.
No, and it doesn't sound like a yummy treat. Either.
No, it does not.
Your teachers will be hidden no more. With your own eyes, you will see them. Cool.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, that's what they've probably been waiting for, you know?
Whether you turn to the right or to the left or do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way. Walk in it."
Okay.
Walk this way. Then you will desecrate your idols overlaid with silver and your images covered with gold. You know, all those idols that were supposed to have already been destroyed.
Yeah, multiple
times over. Yeah. You will throw them away like a menstrual cloth and say to them, "Away with you."
What the fuck?
Yeah, you know how you're
Jesus
always
Christ.
throwing away your menstrual cloth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how disgusting and trashy it is.
But wasn't it just like a couple chapters ago he was making all the idols shake and fall apart or something like that?
Yeah.
He was destroying them then. And also through multiple chapters before this,
They've been
he's
destroyed.
destroyed them all too. Yeah.
But no, they're still there. But now you're going to throw them out with your tampons.
With your menstrual cloth. Yeah.
He will also send you rain for the seed you sow in the ground, and the food that comes from the land will be rich and plentiful. In that day,
Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm.
Your cattle will graze in broad meadows. The oxen and donkeys that work the soil will eat fodder and mash, spread out with fork and a shovel. In the day of great slaughter, when the towers fall, streams of water will flow on every high mountain and every lofty hill. The moon will shine like the sun, and the sunlight will be 7 times brighter. God, I hope not.
Jesus, that's not good, guys.
That's really
radiation.
bad. Yeah. Like the light of 7 full days. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like,
you guys should probably go underground if that's happening, because things are going to go bad.
That is not good. Like,
no.
That is how. That just shows right there. They have no fucking idea what they're talking about. They're like, you're gonna have the sun of like 7 days worth of sun shining down on you.
Well,
like,
more importantly, it shows that they were very like they recognize the importance of the moon and the sun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like they're actually recognizing these things that were pagan almost, and there's by not understanding it, they're just projecting this pagan idea about how important these things are. But they're also incorporating it through God. But like, if God was really talking through Isaiah, he would never suggest shining the sun 7 times its brightness or whatever.
Yeah.
So
now I've heard people like apologists will say like he was speaking to the people where they were. Of course, they could never understand such a thing. God knew. He was just talking down to them. And I'm like,
why?
Why?
Yeah.
Why would he say such a stupid ass, dumb, ignorant thing?
Right.
Why not just
that makes no sense.
Say something that's not ignorant.
Right.
Why not say, you know how you like the sun a whole fucking lot? Well, if it's shown, 7 days worth, then that would be really bad for your skin. Like it would burn you up. So I'm not going to say that, but imagine, if you will, a magicalness where that much brightness is upon you, but not burning your skin.
Right.
Like he could have clarified, but no, he's like, these people don't know anything about science, so I'm going to dumb down my God talk knowledge for these dum-dums.
Right.
Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That is worthless and pointless and stupid.
It is. It's doing a disservice, honestly.
It really is. So, like the light of 7 full days, when the Lord binds up the bruises of his people and heals the wounds he inflicted. Thank you for putting a Band-Aid on the stab wound that you gave me.
Right.
I said to the person who tried to kill me. What?
Yeah.
What? That's like...
This is what I take issue with. He's not...
It's an abusive relationship.
Right.
It's so horrible. It's like if somebody broke into my house, grabbed up my crock pot, and dumped the boiling shit on my head, but then stopped to call 911 and administer first aid, and I'm supposed to thank him for the problem that he fucking caused. I didn't invite this guy into my fucking house in the first place.
Or even let's just assume that the person that did it is like a doctor and they mend you exactly after they do it. Because you cower in fear and worship them for doing it.
Please, will you cure me of the thing that you fucking gave me, that you poured my crock pot on me? Please?
Is that a good person? No.
He should not, in fact,
do
harm
that.
you.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
That's bad and wrong.
That is bad and wrong. Regardless of what he does after, he should not have inflicted the harm.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not going to think highly of this person who did this.
Right.
Moreover.
Okay, let's even go one step further and say that this man, God, symbol that we're using, did not actually dump the crock pot on me, but wandered in later on as I'm screaming in pain from like 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah.
And he is a doctor, right?
Sure.
And he's like, well, I'll heal ya, but first you gotta get down on your achy 3rd-degree burn knees and worship me.
Yeah.
And give me all of your golden food and swear fealty to me.
And if you do that, then I'll heal you.
Then I'll heal you. But only if I, think about it and see that it fits in the greater good.
And just know that I want the best for you, but only if you worship me first.
Yeah. Like, still not a good person, guys.
Right.
Still no.
Nope.
Still a dick.
Still bad.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same sheet of music here. See, the name of the Lord comes from afar, with burning anger and dense clouds of smoke. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
His lips are full of wrath, and, his tongue is a consuming fire.
Again, this is not helping me view him in a good light.
It's like, here, let me tell you a story. See, God is a dick.
Right.
Like, what?
Yeah.
See, God is a homicidal maniac. Wait, what kind of story is this? His breath is like a rushing torrent rising up to the neck. He shakes the nations in the sieve and of destruction.
Sure.
As you put it in a colander to try to shake loose the noodles from the water.
Yeah, right.
We're the noodles.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
He places in the jaws of the peoples a bit that leads them astray.
Oh, wait, whoa. Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Hold on.
He does what?
He places in the jaws of the people a bit that leads them astray.
What the fuck?
He on purpose says, do bad. And then he's like, oh my God, I can't believe you did bad, you dumb motherfucker. Now suffer.
The God that they're describing is the kid who, tortures animals and we've said this before. Mm-hmm. Like he's the kid that tortures animals when they're younger.
Yeah.
Like this is what God is.
Yeah.
He's not he's a fucking sociopath or something.
What's really
psychopath.
Scary,
I don't know.
What's really scary is not just the God that was created, but that there were people who created this God. And we're
right.
This guy's cool. Let's talk about how he makes us be mean and bad on purpose, so it's not our fault. Yeah. And I like being mean and bad.
Right.
Being mean and bad is fun.
Yeah.
So now we can say God wanted us to do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And if I wasn't good, then obviously it was because I was failing to recognize God at that point in time. And if I just do that, I'll be okay.
Or maybe I was recognizing God, whether I was or not was kind of irrelevant because he put a bit in my mouth and led me to do that thing. Not the devil, mind you.
Right. Yeah,
not my own bad choices.
Nope, this is God.
God made me be bad that day.
Yeah, by his own words through Isaiah.
Jiminy, Christmas is horrible.
It really is.
And you will sing as on the night you celebrate a holy festival. Your hearts will rejoice as when people playing pipes go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the rock of Israel.
Because I thought he was just leading them astray, wasn't he?
But I love it. It's
okay.
Great. The Lord will cause people to hear his majestic voice and will make them see his arm coming down with raging anger and consuming fire, with cloudburst, thunderstorm, and hail. What is happening?
Like it sounded good for a second, and now we're back to fucking shit.
It's like I gave you a Christmas tree with presents and razor blades and guns. What? What is going on?
I don't know, but I don't like this guy.
It's horrible. The voice of the Lord will shatter Assyria. With his rod, he will strike them down. Well, we haven't heard from Assyria, and we don't know their story, but sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Every stroke the Lord lays on them, you said stroke, with his punishing club, will be to the music of timbrels and harps as he fights them in battle with the blows of his arm. So he's like, la la la, la la la.
It's the most angelic ass beating in history.
You. I punch you, la la la, la la la.
Yeah.
Your eye fell out and I danced in the blood. Oh yeah, baby, baby. This is so awesome. Killing is fun.
Oh, Jesus.
It's the most joyous murder ever.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just like imagining the harps playing. I'm like, oh, this is...
Bring, murder
Yeah.
fun. Bring, murder good. This is so bad.
It really is.
Topheth. Topheth.
Okay.
I have notes about that.
Okay.
Do you want them now, or do you want them in the Q&A Saturday?
Let's just do them in the Q&A like we normally
Okay.
do. Let's just hear it.
Okay. Topheth
Yeah.
has long been prepared. It has been made ready for the king. It's not a good thing.
Is it
Spoilers.
Not okay.
It's
All right.
not a good thing.
Okay.
Its fire pit has been made deep and wide. Deep and wide. Deep and wide.
Okay. I need to know. What is Topheth?
Topheth. Let's just the basic definition is that it's like the fires of Gehenna, like the trash fire where hell kind of thing.
Got it. Why do we have so many goddamn names for this shit?
Because language.
Got it.
Yeah. Because Hebrew and Greek and Aramaic and Latin and all of these.
All of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people.
Right. Yeah.
Not God, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like
why.
the worst game of fucking telephone ever.
So Topheth has long been prepared. It has been made ready for the king. Its fire pit has been made deep and wide with an abundance of fire and wood. The breath of the Lord, like a stream of burning sulfur, sets it ablaze. The end.
Wow. It sounds like a fucking villain.
He is
like
a
the
villain.
Worst of villains. Like the fucking, this is like the big baddie boss at the end of a fucking video game or something. Like he's got breath flames that are going to send you to the pits of hell. Like what?
Yeah. It's not good.
Oh.
It's not good.
Man, I don't even know what else to say, but that was a rough chapter. That was not
great chapter. Lots of murder and mayhem, not by men, but by God.
Yeah.
Love it.
It was crazy. All right. Well, that was Isaiah chapter 30.
It sure as fuck
Hell
was.
of a way to start off a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we'll be back tomorrow with
Isaiah chapter 31.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Do you know where we are, what happened, how we got here? Do you remember what happened?
Well, we just finished recording Isaiah chapter 30.
That is correct.
And God was a bit of a psychopath with bad breath. And he was killing people with that bad breath. And there was just a lot of crazy bullshit going on.
He was like, I love you, die.
Yeah, he couldn't make up his mind whether he loved them or hated them.
Yeah.
And he was killing people and then loving them and killing them and then loving them.
It was really weird. It was like he had a multiple personality or something.
It seemed that way.
Or like
all the
what is it when you're manic and you're like one extreme to the other?
Bipolar?
Bipolar. He was totally bipolar.
Right. And well, I mean, we're talking about Isaiah. He was the one speaking for God.
Yeah.
And also, he is known for running around in his underwear or his birthday suit. So,
depending.
I think maybe we're talking about a crazy person here.
I think we're
with regard to Isaiah.
I think Isaiah is a crazy person.
That's kind of how I'm taking this.
I don't think God was talking to Isaiah.
No, I think Isaiah is just kind of a
lunatic?
Yeah, that would be an apt description, I think.
Affectionately.
Right, I guess. I mean, yeah. So that was Isaiah chapter 30.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're getting into
Isaiah chapter 31.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, so Isaiah chapter 31. It's really short. Before we start it, I actually have to do something that I don't normally do.
Okay.
I have to read you the heading on this. And remember, we decided a while ago that
we're not going to normally do that.
Right, because the headings are not part of the quote-unquote Bible.
Right.
Okay, but this time I have to.
Okay.
It says, the Egyptians are men, not God. Right? Like, if you saw that, you'd have to read that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the 9 verses that we're about to get into.
Was there a question whether Egyptians were gods?
I would not think so, but I didn't live back then, and
right.
I don't know.
Okay.
But they aren't.
I
And they
believe
weren't.
that they worshipped some of them, at least many of them worshipped gods.
But they are
I'm
not,
well aware of their gods.
They are not, nor have they ever been God.
Themselves gods, right?
God.
Yeah,
Not just gods.
or God.
God.
Yeah.
They are not God.
Okay. Good to know. That's
Okay.
I'm glad we prefaced that with that information because
Mhm.
I was completely unsure
And
in no way whatsoever.
Now we know? Question mark. Whoa! To those who go down to Egypt for help.
We're still harping on this.
Whoa!
Huh? Okay. All right.
To those who rely on horses, who trust in the multitude of their chariots and in the great strength of their horsemen, but who do not look to the Holy One of Israel or seek help from the Lord. Womp womp.
This is just like a continuation of the same shit he was talking about in the last chapter.
Yes, that is
Okay.
correct.
All right. I'm like, okay, you already covered this, dude.
It's the woe for me, though.
Yeah, right.
Whoa! Woe unto ya.
Yeah. Right.
Yet he too is wise and can bring disaster. He does not take back his words.
The God doesn't?
God doesn't.
I don't know about that actually.
He does.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
Right.
I mean, I don't have the exact ones at hand, but
he definitely changes
he
his
has.
mind.
Yeah.
There's some times he wasn't exactly sure about things.
Some people would call him a
Fickle?
loving God, or some might go so far as to say he's fickle.
Yeah.
I would say he is a wishy-washy motherfucker.
I feel like the word fickle is underused.
I do too.
Yeah.
He's a fickle.
I haven't used that word in a while.
I like mercurial.
Okay.
He has a
right.
mercurial temperament.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. But fickle.
Fickle.
It sounds almost dirty, like
I mean, that's not fair. Like, I'm fickle.
No, I'm just saying like the word itself. I'm not saying like the connotation of the word. I'm saying the word itself just sounds like it could be a bad or dirty word, That's
Why
all.
you so fickle, God? He will rise up against that wicked nation, against those who help evildoers.
Wait, okay, he's going to rise up against that wicked nation, those who help evil. Okay.
Yeah, he's going
to
get
So I'm guessing that Egypt is helping evildoers?
He does not like Egypt.
Apparently.
And remember, Israel turned to Egypt and was like, help!
Right.
And God's like, shouldn't have done that.
Because God was fucking over Israel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, according to the Bible.
Yes.
God was fucking them over. So they ran away and asked for help. And then God's like, oh, because you're running away and asking for help because I was an asshole, I'm going to be more of an asshole.
Exactly.
Okay.
Except for last chapter when he was like, but kind of not.
But yeah, sometimes I love you.
Mm-hmm,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while.
Every other second.
Yeah.
But the Egyptians are mere mortals and not God.
Okay.
Their horses are flesh and not spirit. Just so you know.
They're not riding them spirit horses.
Never ride a spirit horse.
Okay. All right. Yep.
When the Lord stretches out his hand, those who help will stumble. Those who are helped will fall. And all will perish together.
Wait. He's gonna help. God's gonna reach out to help them, and they're gonna stumble and fall and die.
No. When the Lord stretches out his hand, those who help. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, those who help will stumble. So when the Lord stretches out his hand, he's like saying, when I am offering out my hand, those who help will stumble, because why are they trying to help where I'm stretching out my hand to help?
Okay.
And those who are helped will fall. Those who are helped by
the Egyptians, essentially.
Yeah,
okay.
by those accepting that helping hand that's not mine.
Right. I think that needed to be clarified, because that was hard to.
Yeah. He's like, I'm stretching out my hand, but instead of turning to my hand, these guys over here are like, hey, I'll help you out. And God's like, you motherfucker.
Right. We covered this last time, though. Like, this is the hand that's fucking smacking you.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's then reaching out to help you. And you're like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm going to go down here.
Lucy with the football, At some point, you learn and you stop going to Lucy and you turn to a different kid.
Right.
And Lucy's like, stop turning to other people. I'll totally give you the football this time.
Just in case anybody missed the reference, that's from Charlie Brown.
It is from Charlie Brown.
Right, yeah.
It is. And I hope that most people would know that reference.
I just don't want to assume.
No, you are absolutely 100% right. So the story is that Lucy is always holding out the football to Charlie Brown, and Charlie Brown, a kid of just really bad luck, is always trying to kick the ball.
Right.
And Lucy's always like, this time I will hold the ball in place. I totally promise, and I'll let you kick it. And then Charlie Brown's like, I trust you because you said I promise this time. This is the time it'll work.
Right.
And then he always runs as hard as he can with the sound effects. And then as soon as he gets to the ball, Lucy, of course, pulls the ball out from under him, and Charlie Brown lands on his back with a giant thud.
Always.
100%.
Right.
Without fail.
Yeah.
And so in this case, I think that is a fair analogy.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Lucy and God are the same. When the Lord stretches out his hand, those who help will stumble. Those who are helped will fall. All will perish together. So there will be no football for anybody.
Right. Got it.
This is what the Lord says to me, Isaiah.
Okay. Yeah.
As a lion growls, a great lion over its prey, and though a whole band of shepherds is called together against it, it is not frightened by their shouts or disturbed by their clamor. So the Lord Almighty will come down to do battle on Mount Zion and on its heights. Like birds hovering overhead, the Lord Almighty will shield Jerusalem. He will shield it and deliver it. He will pass over it and will rescue it.
So I'm a little confused because we were just talking about Egypt and them helping the people that were Israelites that were running away from Israel and then he's talking about being the shield that's going to protect Jerusalem. Like we're talking about two different things here. I'm assuming that he's saying that if you stayed and trusted in me, I'm going to protect you here in Zion / Jerusalem or whatever. But if you ran, you're going to be you're dead.
Fuck you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand what he's getting at here.
That is
because it was an abrupt switch.
Yes.
So.
Yes, that is what he's saying now.
Okay.
Okay, now we're back to Isaiah, and he's saying, "Return, you Israelites, to the one, capital O, you have so greatly revolted against."
Oh, okay.
Return to him.
Yeah, God.
Go back to God.
Yeah.
For in that day, every one of you will reject the idols of silver and gold that your sinful hands have made.
Here we go again with the idols and the gold.
Yeah. Assyria will fall by no human sword. A sword not of mortals will devour them. They will flee before the sword, and their young men will be put to forced labor. Their stronghold will fall because of terror. At the sight of the battle standard, their commanders will panic, declares the Lord.
I'm pretty sure God just advocated for slavery of his enemies.
Yeah. Didn't you know? God loves slaves.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure. Like, people always say, there's not slavery in the Bible. Like, that's right there. God just said he's going to put them to forced labor.
Yeah.
That is fucking slavery.
That is slavery, yes.
Don't tell me that that's not what that is.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, oh, it doesn't count if we don't consider the enemies human.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, let's back up a beat because they are human.
Right,
Just because you've decided, but they're a different color / ethnicity /
to believe in different gods.
Person
whatever.
from elsewhere outside of my tribe, or they like a different football team than me.
Right.
Like, guess what? They're still human.
Yep.
You dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
So you could decide that they are subhuman or less than human or not human or a different type of human who doesn't count. And that may be how you justify slavery, but you're wrong and you're an asshole.
I think that's one of the most interesting conversations, not interesting, horrible conversations that I have with people who are very uber right-wing religious, is that if you really nail them down on their beliefs as to why do you think this is okay, they will end up saying, well, because they don't believe in God, or because they're different from me, or because whatever. And you can really, some of the people that don't really understand why they believe, or they believe for the wrong, they've been taught hate through their religion. They will show you that hate if you push hard enough. And
they don't even feel like, there's not even a question about, they're like, what? It doesn't count.
Right. And that's the scariest part to me, is that they don't understand that it's not okay.
Right.
Like we talk about morals a lot of the time, and how people need people that are religious think that they need God to determine their morals and their, how they interact with humans and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and they will literally sometimes say, I might go do horrible things if it wasn't for my belief in God.
Right.
And I'm like,
I believe
what
you.
the fuck?
I believe you.
What is wrong with you?
You psychotic piece of shit.
Right,
I totally
right.
100% believe you.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy what people justify through God.
Well, it's the same thing as the very religious right-wing men who are closet gay men.
Right.
And they think that because they're ashamed of it, that makes them not homosexual.
Right.
And I'm like, but if you are attracted to men, the fact that you're ashamed of it doesn't change who you are. And I wish that you would just be okay with that.
Right. It's like people that say that, whether you drink or not, if you're an alcoholic, you're always an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
You can't change the fact of what you are.
Right.
It's just a matter of how you choose to deal with that or accept it or not accept it or whatever.
And just to be clear, we're not comparing homosexuality
right.
to alcoholism.
No. I was trying to the mental mindset of not accepting what you are and what you have to deal with.
Right.
That's all.
Like whatever your lot in life, whoever you are as a person, you will be so much happier if you just accept who you are and act accordingly.
Right.
If you're gay, be gay, motherfucker. It is fine.
Yeah.
Gay is cool. Gay is fine. Straight is fine. Bi is fine. Trans is fine. Like, it's all fine. Everything's great. Just be who you are and be happy in it.
Yeah. Learn who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah.
God can't help you learn who you are.
Right. Exactly.
Only you can do that.
Yeah, exactly. Another example would be right-wing women who become impregnated in some fashion and decide that they need to have an abortion, but it doesn't count because it's them.
Right. Yeah.
It's not really an
convenient.
abortion. And I'm like, but it is though. And it's fine.
Yeah.
But you want it to not count so that you can still deny others the right to have what you have just because you're rich and white.
I would say you see that more with the right-wing men than you do with the women. They'll pay for people that they had an affair with to have abortions all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then still advocate for,
Yeah.
pro-life stance, or I shouldn't even say pro-life, anti-choice stance.
Yes. Yes.
So
bastards.
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so we are talking about Isaiah talking as God. They will flee before the sword, and their young men will be put to forced labor. Their stronghold will fall because of terror. At the sight of the battle standard, their commanders will panic, declares the Lord, whose fire is in Zion, whose furnace is in Jerusalem. The end.
That fire sulfur breath. Is that what that?
Yeah.
That's the fire that's in Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, he really doesn't like other people.
People.
God does not. He's kind of xenophobic.
He does not like other people's pussy.
What?
He is
What?
not down with OPP. What?
I don't even know where that came from, but okay.
Because when you said other people, it
Yeah.
just made me think of that song, You Down with OPP?
Okay.
Yeah, you know me.
All right. Because that, I was like, what just happened to my wife just now? That was
You know how I always think of song lyrics at the most inopportune moments?
Yes, I do.
That happened.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the thing that happened just then.
All right.
Sorry.
Well, so that was Isaiah chapter 31.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that tomorrow we'll be back with
Isaiah chapter 32.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Husband,
Wife.
do you know where the hell we are and how the hell we got here and why it is the way it is?
Well, we are in Isaiah.
We are.
And we just read Isaiah chapter 31.
We sure as fuck did.
Which, if I recall correctly, was more of just a continuation of God killing people and stuff.
I think
because
yeah.
and then he was going to save Jerusalem, but after he killed the people that ran away from Jerusalem, and then he was going to kill the people that were helping the people that were running away from Jerusalem.
And he was kind of psychotic because he was like, I love you. I'm gonna kill you with razor blades on the Christmas tree.
But also, I hate you. Yeah. I hate you. I love you. I hate you. I love you.
Yeah.
Right. It was both. It was
creepy.
all.
It was creeptastic.
It was bad.
It was not good.
No. So that was that.
Mm-hmm.
And today we're doing something else, which is the new chapter, which would be
Isaiah chapter 32.
You ready to do this?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right, so we are hopping into Isaiah chapter 32.
Okay.
We are cruising right along through this dumb book.
We sure are.
And I don't like Isaiah thus far, do you?
I mean, Isaiah is
problematic.
A interesting character.
He's a cuckoo bird.
Is the best way I can put it. We've had a lot to talk about.
Okay.
We can't say that it's not been a riot of types that has things happening, because it definitely is. There's things happening.
Okay, you're right. Okay,
so
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right.
See. Every time it starts with "see" or "whoa,"
right?
I have to just stop a minute,
because you have to crack up because it says those words.
See, a king will reign in righteousness, and rulers will rule with justice. Okay. Each one will be like a shelter from the wind and a refuge from the storm, like streams of water in the desert and the shadow of a great rock in a thirsty land.
I mean, this is sounding pretty good. This must be like after God cares again and saving people.
I can't even know.
Maybe.
Okay. I'm not even trying to guess at this moment.
Right. No, I hear you.
Then the eyes of those who see will no longer be closed, and the ears of those who hear will listen.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So
this is him saving. This is the good times.
This is
the non-God killing everybody times.
This is when they sing Evanescence. Wake me up inside. Wake me up inside. You know that song?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it when Goofy sings it better, though.
Oh, I gotta wake up. It's the best. We'll have to link to that.
Yes.
Okay, wake up. Okay, sorry. The fearful heart will know and understand, and the stammering tongue will be fluent and clear. No gobbledygook from them, I say.
Yeah.
No longer will the fool be called noble, nor the scoundrel be highly respected. Scoundrel.
Okay.
For fools speak folly. Their hearts are bent on evil. They practice ungodliness and spread error concerning the Lord.
But why are we talking about him if we don't have to worry about it because he's fixing this?
Because we like to talk shit about everybody.
Okay.
All the time.
All right.
That the Bible is half gossip.
But I mean, like, if he's taking care of the problem, there's no need to discuss this.
If there was a problem, God solved it.
No, he didn't.
He didn't, though. The hungry they leave empty, and from the thirsty they withhold water. Scoundrels use wicked methods. They make up evil schemes to destroy the poor with lies, even when the plea of the needy is just.
Yeah.
But the noble make noble plans, and by noble deeds they stand.
Okay. I guess.
Oh, we about to talk about women's.
Oh, man.
Women
this never
folk.
goes well in the Bible.
It is not good. Here we go. You women.
I mean, it's off to a bad start here.
You women who are so complacent, rise up and listen to me. You daughters who feel secure, hear what I have to say. In little more than a year, you who feel secure will tremble. The grape harvest will fail.
It's no good.
And the harvest...
like a wine shortage, right? It's never good.
It's never good.
Yeah.
I hate running out of wine.
Right.
And the harvest of fruit will not come. Okay, sorry. Tremble, you complacent women. Shudder, you daughters who feel secure. Strip off your fine clothes. Yeah. And wrap yourself in rags. Beat your breasts.
What?
Beat them, baby. Beat them fun bags.
What? God's getting mad at the women for being complacent when I'm almost 100% certain that at some point that we've already read that women are told to be complacent. So what the fuck are they supposed to do?
You're only supposed to be complacent when your man is right with God.
But how are you supposed to know that he's the one that's supposed to be the one telling you he's right with God.
Oh, you know. You know.
No, I don't. I don't.
Well, if you felt the glory of God in your heart, you would know. But you don't, so you don't.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe. No. No, this is wrong.
This is wrong. Yeah. Women can't get it right.
Yeah, there's no winning here.
No, because women.
Right.
Yesterday they were comparing trash to menstrual rags.
Right.
So,
well, and the Bible just likes to blame women for fucking everything.
Well, yeah. You are complacent. Oh, I can't believe you're being complacent.
These damn honey-lipped vixens.
You are so bad for not being complacent. I can't believe how not complacent you are.
Right. Yeah.
Beat your breasts for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vines, and for the land of my people. A land overgrown with thorns and briars. Yes, mourn for all houses of merriment and for this city of revelry. Okay, anytime I've ever been like really upset, I've never beat my breasts.
Right.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Yep.
I mean, men have breasts. Have you ever beat your breasts?
No, I can't. I mean, no.
Only.
Yes, maybe.
Okay, the only time that either of us has ever beat our breasts is when we're pretending to be Tarzan and we're going, oh,
right.
And then you beat your breasts.
That hasn't happened since I was like 5.
No, it's happened once or twice in our marriage. Because,
has it?
Because we are stupid like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't recall those, but okay.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure you're probably right.
It was probably me, if I'm being honest. The fortress will be abandoned, the noisy city deserted. Citadel and watchtower will become a wasteland forever. The delight of donkeys, a pasture for flocks, till the Spirit is poured on us from on high, and the desert becomes a fertile field, and the fertile field seems like a forest. Remember, we talked about that stuff.
Yep.
I love it when my desert turns into a forest. Whee!
Right, because he was going to switch, what was it, Israel with like Lebanon or something like that?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Which didn't happen.
Right.
The Lord's justice will dwell in the desert. His righteousness live in the fertile field. So switcheroo again.
Okay.
The fruit of that righteousness will be peace. Its effect will be quietness and confidence forever. My people will live in peaceful dwelling places, in secure homes, in undisturbed places of rest. Though hail flattens the forest and the city is leveled completely.
You say hail?
Hail, like rainy ice, not like fires of...
Yeah, so hail is going to flatten the city.
Hail! Yeah, it's going to flatten the city. And
wow, that is some massive fucking hail.
No, it's going to flatten the forest and the city is leveled completely.
That's some massive fucking hail.
It is.
Like,
I mean,
damn.
I've seen hail do some damage to some cars.
Yeah,
but not like, knock over a whole forest.
Them, like there's just like little
golf ball holes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. This is gonna flatten a whole forest, though.
Right.
Yeah. How blessed you will be, sowing your seed by every stream and letting your cattle and donkeys range free. The end.
So the good people are going to get rewarded. The bad people are going to get flattened by hail. Yeah. And women are going to be beating their breasts. Is that the summary?
And don't forget that some of the lands are going to stop being foresty.
Right.
And some of the lands that are deserty will turn into forests and vice versa or something.
Right. I think he's mostly just saying if you're on my side, you get good. If you're not, you're not good.
All I know,
and that's basically what I got out of this.
All I know is that when I hear the word donkey, I used to think of the old dude, donkey.
Right.
From Shrek. But now when I hear donkey, I always think of John Iadarola from The Damage Report. Because anytime he says something like stupid, he's always like, but I'm just a dumb donkey. I don't know anything.
Right.
And it makes me laugh.
Got it.
It's like, I'm a dumb donkey. And you're a dumb donkey. But you know who's a dumb donkey?
God.
God is a dumb donkey.
It was just the first thing that came to my mind there when you said it. So.
And that's exactly where I was going.
Right. All right. Well, that was Isaiah chapter 32.
Sure as fuck was.
And that means we'll be back tomorrow with
Isaiah chapter 33, and we are going to continue our conversation here on our Discord, which if you were tuning in on Tuesdays at 10 Eastern, you could be part of.
Yeah, you should come join us. The link will be in the show notes, and you could be here next time with us, and the show won't end.
Yeah, because it's fun to keep talking trash.
Yeah, and you don't have to wait till Tuesday to join. You can join anytime.
Yeah.
We're there, sort of, sometimes.
Sometimes we pop in and say,
hey. Right.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah.
If not, other people will talk to you. I
They
promise.
They will.
Yeah.
They do.
They do.
Which I appreciate.
Right. All right, guys. Thank you, and we'll be back tomorrow with Isaiah chapter 33.
Sure as fuck will.
Bye.
Bye. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember where we are and how we got here and what happened?
Well, we just got done reading Isaiah chapter 32.
Sure as fuck did.
And they wanted to discuss women in there, which is never a good idea for the Bible. They should stay away from that.
They should stay away from that.
They don't handle it well.
They do not.
No. Other than that, I think they were just like saying how people should worship God and that God's going to save the Israelites because, shit like that. More or less.
Or sometimes not.
Sometimes not, but if you worship him and you're not shitty, then yeah, he'll do.
You might get saved.
Yeah.
Whatever.
After he knocks you down a peg or two and puts a bit in your mouth or something.
Oh yeah, and also he's the one who made you go astray in the first place.
Yeah, there was that bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was Isaiah chapter 32.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that today we're getting into
Isaiah chapter 33.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right. Well, before we get started on this chapter, I thought I would give a reminder of where we're at in the book of Isaiah.
Okay.
Towards the beginning, I don't know if you recall, but I mentioned that the book of Isaiah is divided into like first Isaiah and second Isaiah.
Sure.
We're still in first Isaiah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's chapters 1 through 39.
Okay.
And then chapters 30 through 32 specifically dealt with Egypt and the Assyrians. And they were like supposed to be poems or whatever. And then prior to that, we were in a different section that I don't even remember what it talked about, but it was a different collection or whatever.
Sure.
So we're out of that collection starting with chapter 33 today.
So it's going to be something new today.
Something new, hypothetically. On reading through notes real quick, it kind of looked like more of the same. Like I never noticed. Did you notice a change at all from the one collection to the next?
Maybe slightly, but
would you have noticed had I not pointed it out?
Probably not. I mean, Isaiah so far has just been a lot of like, follow God or else.
It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Right. But that seems to be the main theme.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to give a reminder that we are still in quote unquote first Isaiah.
Correct.
And we're not in either of those two collections in first Isaiah that we just got through.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Woe to you, destroyer, you who have not been destroyed.
Okay.
It almost sounds like, hey, pot calling kettle black.
Right, yeah.
You pot.
I mean, it sounds like he's referring to the people that are warring against other people that have not yet been destroyed by God.
Exactly.
Yet, meaning that he probably will destroy them.
Right. Woe to you, betrayer, you who have not been betrayed.
Okay.
When you stop destroying, you will be destroyed.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. When you stop betraying, you will be betrayed.
Yeah, that was for sure going to come.
We knew it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lord, be gracious to us. We long for you. Be our strength every morning, our salvation in times of distress.
Hypothetically, this is the Israelites talking?
I don't know. I think, this is Isaiah talking to, I think, the Israelites.
Okay. All right.
But
for the Israelites, even. Maybe.
I don't know.
Right. He talks for so many people, I can't hardly keep it straight.
I don't think he's talking for people. I think he's directing a message, like, from God to Israel.
Okay. All right.
I could be wrong, but that's the impression that I got.
Got it.
At the uproar of your army, the peoples flee. When you rise up, the nations scatter. Your plunder, O nations, is harvested as by young locusts. Like a swarm of locusts, people pounce on it.
Okay.
The Lord is exalted, for he dwells on high. He will fit Zion with his justice and righteousness.
Great.
Okay.
I guess.
Sure.
I mean, okay.
Whatever. He will be sure the foundation for your times, a rich store of salvation and wisdom and knowledge. The fear of the Lord is the key to this treasure.
There we go.
Fear
we
the Lord.
gotta have that fear.
Yeah. Fear. Not really love or worship so much as just fear.
It's always fear. And
Always
it
fear.
keeps coming back into that over and over and over and over again in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
How you have to fear the Lord.
Fear the Lord.
That is one of the things that I absolutely loathe about this God,
Yes.
is that he wants you to fear him.
Mm-hmm.
And that he's jealous if you don't fear him. If
or
you don't,
fear
if you don't,
only him.
Right. Yeah. He's just, if we're to pretend that this God is a real God,
Mm-hmm.
it's such a awful entity.
It is.
And it's just, I can't get on board. Even if it is a God, I couldn't bring myself to get on board with this dude.
Right. Just imagine a person walking around saying, "Fear me, motherfuckers.
Right?
Fear me." Like, none of us will put up with that.
No.
I mean, as a whole.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Look, their brave men cry aloud in the streets. The envoys of peace weep bitterly.
Oh.
Okay, that doesn't
that's
sound
not
nice at
good.
all.
Right, yeah.
The highways are deserted. No travelers are on the roads. The treaty is broken.
I wonder if this is referring... Remember there was a treaty a while back with, like, they had made that treaty with the... Maybe it was the Moabites or something back during Moses' time or something.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they had tricked him into it, remember?
Yes.
That's the only time I actually specifically remember a treaty being made,
Mm-hmm.
but I wonder if that's referring to that. That would be interesting to find out.
It could be. Its witnesses are despised and no one is respected. The land dries up and wastes away. Lebanon is ashamed and withers. Sharon is like the Araba, and Bashan and Carmel drop their leaves.
It's interesting. He keeps using this imagery of desert to emphasize the bad.
Yeah.
And fertile lands to emphasize the good, which I understand.
Sure.
That makes some sense, but it's funny because it's, I don't know. It's referring to people that live in these lands that are so. What if his people lived in the desert? Like, it would be a whole different image of what we view as good and bad, right?
Exactly.
Like, we kind of, even today, have an image of desert bad,
yes,
fertile land good, right?
Yeah.
Which, just in a growing crops and living type scenario, is how we probably would have ended up this way anyway.
Sure.
But because this book was written with it just adds to that imagery of good and bad.
It's not just like, hey, stuff grows better here and it doesn't grow as well over there.
Right.
It's not just practical geography and agriculture. It's because a thing happens better over here, that is intrinsically a goodness factor.
Yeah, these guys are obviously more,
worthy.
Godly. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Like, that's just geography, dude.
I would think that at some level that still contributes to our view of how we view a lot of the Arabic states today.
It is. It is. Because we, as a people in America, have this, like, headcanon that all of the Middle East is all desert and yucky.
Right.
And that there are no houses. Everybody over there lives in tents and poops in the sand.
And if you ask most people that are right-leaning, they're going to say that, most of them are terrorists, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's the general consensus among the Republicans in the United States.
Exactly.
So.
And it's like, actually, they are, quite capable. They build houses just like we do.
Right, but that sense of they are evil.
Yes.
And they live in that desert area. And obviously they're being punished because, there is some level of that still happening today.
It's just such a anti-Arab thing,
right? Yeah,
and it's just ingrained in our thought processes.
Yeah.
Now will I arise, says the Lord. Yeah, this is still Isaiah talking
for God.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I will arise, says the Lord. Quote, now I will be exalted, not exhausted, exalted. Now will I be lifted up. You conceive chaff. You give birth to straw. Your breath is a fire that consumes you. The peoples will be burned to ashes. Like cut thorn bushes, they will be set ablaze. Okay, so that was Isaiah saying that God said all that.
Got it.
Okay,
yeah.
Now we're back to Isaiah again.
Sure.
You who are far away, hear what I have done. You who are near, acknowledge my power. Sounds to me like he's still talking for God, but...
And it's funny because they're still, right now, referring to their God as a localized God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very much just this area.
Yes, you guys
Right?
are far away and have not heard of it, or have heard of it but disdain it because you just don't know better because you live over there.
Right. But I mean, I would expect that, because it was very, like, the localization of this God was very, very local at first, right?
Mhm.
It was just this little tribe that was traveling through the desert, right?
Sure.
And it grew a little bit,
Mhm.
but it's always been very, very localized. Every
Mhm.
once in a while, they reach out and say, God did all this for the entire world, or all this for the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, they refer to it as this very local phenomenon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I love that. Like, I think that historically, if we could get past the,
God created the whole fucking world, and this God is the only one and did all the things.
right, it's an interesting story. Like,
Mhm.
as far as like, a myth story is concerned.
Right, exactly. The sinners in Zion are terrified. Trembling grips the godless. Are you trembling? You
Not
godless
even
person?
a little bit. No.
Right?
Yeah.
I might be trembling from laughter. Okay, now we're back to quote marks. Who of us can dwell with the consuming fire? Who of us can dwell with everlasting burning? So now he was like speaking for people,
Sure.
saying that the people are saying that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, now, but that was end
But
quote.
I mean, obviously you can't live with that. So.
Right, exactly. Those who walk righteously, this is Isaiah again.
Yeah.
Those who walk righteously and speak what is right, who reject gain from extortion and keep their hands from accepting bribes, who stop their ears against plots of murder and shut their eyes against contemplating evil, they are the ones who will dwell on the heights, whose refuge will be the mountain fortress.
Okay.
Their bread will be supplied and water will not fail them.
Oh, that's great for them. Yeah.
That's awesome for them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're good, I guess.
They're bad and they get good stuff.
It was saying they were good.
They shut their eyes against contemplating. Oh, yeah. They stop their ears against plots of murder.
Right.
And shut their eyes. No, you're right. Sorry. I was reading it wrong.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
That's why I'm here.
Well, it's sometimes hard to keep it straight while I'm reading and trying to comprehend it at the same time.
Yeah, no, I got
that I
you.
don't always get the full message.
You just should never argue with me when I'm saying nope. That was the wrong thing.
Well, fuck off. Their bread will be supplied and water will not fail them. Your eyes will see the king in his beauty and view a land that stretches afar. In your thoughts, you will ponder the former terror. Okay, now we're back to quote marks.
Fear.
And back to quote marks, okay?
Yeah, right.
Where is that chief officer? Where is the one who took the revenue? Money?
I don't know. Where is he?
Where is the officer in charge of the towers?
Is this God asking?
No, this is your thoughts. You're pondering the former terror.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know where the guy that was in charge went and he took all the money.
Okay.
I don't know. What happened?
Right, okay.
Okay, end quote.
Yep.
You will see those arrogant people no more. People whose speech is obscure, whose language is strange and incomprehensible. Look on Zion, the city of our festivals. Your eyes will see Jerusalem, a peaceful abode, a tent that will not be moved. Its stakes will never be pulled up, nor any of its ropes broken.
That's interesting because, the house of the Lord used to be the tabernacle, which was essentially at first a tent that traveled with them.
Uh-huh.
So the imagery there is to kind of, to me, feels like they're invoking that tabernacle as
they are
part of that.
They are because the next three verses are going to speak. Okay, two of the next three verses are going to speak about a ship. And the reason I'm saying this is because the middle verse, according to the notes that I read, the middle verse is out of order. So I'm going to read it the way it should be read and then come back and tell you what I meant.
Okay, sure.
So verse 21, there the Lord will be our mighty one. It will be like a place of broad rivers and streams. No galley with oars will ride them. No mighty ship will sail them. Okay, that was 21. Now I'm reading 23. Okay. Your rigging hangs loose. The mast is not held secure. The sail is not spread. Then an abundance of spoils will be divided, and even the lame will carry off plunder. Okay, now I'm going back to read 22. The middle verse, which was 22. For the Lord is our judge. The Lord is our lawgiver. The Lord is our king. It is he who will save us.
I have one question about that. They know it's out of order. Why don't we just fix it?
The same reason we haven't updated anything else in the fucking book.
Okay.
I don't know.
It just seems ridiculous to me.
It does. It
So,
does. I just wanted to point that out while I was reading it and not save it for a notes
Yeah,
later
sure.
thing.
No, because it was just a simple fix. Like,
Yeah,
you just got to
yeah.
read it in the right fucking order.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Yep.
So we're talking about like living as though on a ship, and all of our ship parts need to be assembled correctly, and
Right.
blah
And
blah
they'll
blah.
reap the rewards for doing
And
the
then-
correct things and all
And
that.
then the Lord is our judge. God is great. God is good. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So, then the final verse: no one living in Zion will say, "I am ill," and the sins of those who dwell there will be forgiven. The end.
Oh, they're going to be forgiven. Okay.
Mhm. Again, who
And
knows?
no one will be ill.
No one.
Wow. This is a prophecy.
Hmm.
This is something that's going to happen. So
Apparently,
either it's not yet come to pass, or there was a time in history where no one was ill,
well, just the good ones.
at least in that little geographical area.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You would think that would have been written down in some history book at some point.
A science
That there was
marvel.
like this time in our history where no one was ill.
Right, like that.
Right?
Like 2-hour period, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Again,
would be
a scientific marvel.
Yeah, it really would be. But that goes to, like, so, a lot of people, and when someone gets sick, they sadly kind of will sometimes question what you did against God, what
To
you
deserve
did,
that.
right? To deserve
You brought
this-
it on yourself.
right? And that's one of the things that makes me just sick to my stomach as far as how people interact with
Mm-hmm.
other human beings on this planet.
Right.
Is that they literally start blaming them for what they didn't do at the end of life because they feel like they have the right to judge because of this God.
Right.
And I cannot get on board with that.
I can't
and I know
either.
that some people feel that way. Like,
Mhm.
they might not say it directly to that person that's dying's face or whatever, but it's definitely a sentiment that might get said.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people, until they actually die, that's when the
Mhm.
person becomes perfect.
Yes.
But until they actually die, the rumors behind that, if in a very religious community, would be, what did they do to deserve this?
Yes.
That's
Kind of
just-
like
it's just weird.
when there's a hurricane. You can always count on some crazy zealot pastor to come shouting, "It's because of all the gays and homosexuals," and it's
Right.
like, whoa, slow your roll there. You really need to not say those things. That
Yeah.
is horrible, because no, it's not true. And the majority of the people who died were not actually gays and homosexuals, and even if they were, they deserve to die. Fuck you.
Well, then that's just like we were talking in the last chapter about the slavery issue that came up, right?
Mhm.
And how
Mhm.
God was going to have their enemies become, slaves.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. You're talking about human beings,
Right. But
You're-
you'd have to recognize that, though.
right? And it's all well and good to say that, okay, if you want to believe that God's going to judge everybody for these things after you die,
Mhm.
that's fine. But what gives you, like, everything I've read so far, you don't have the right to judge them in this life.
Right.
There are certain things, I guess, like being a psychic, that though they want to stone them to death or whatever. But
It depends on the psychic, is what I'm saying, because
Sure,
nobody's
yeah.
stoning Isaiah.
right. Yeah, but I'm saying that there are a few things that God did kind of maybe direct them to harm individuals for if
Right.
they broke those laws or whatever.
Right.
But generally, I would say more often than not, God says to not judge other people and leave that up to God. God will take care of it.
Usually he tells people that they need to go take all these different kinds of baths and,
Right,
do these different, like, magic spells to be cleansed.
right. But I hear most often, trust in God, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trust that God will remedy the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to worry about it.
Give it over to God.
But people love to fucking worry about it.
Well,
They
yeah.
love to judge. They love to ridicule.
They do, because it's an extension of gossip, and we all love to gossip. This is just taking gossip a step further. Not only do I want to gossip about people, but now I want to act on it and actively harm them and be justified in doing so.
Yeah, right. But and part of what really bothers me is the amount of almost glee
Mm-hmm.
that seems to emanate from them when they are giving these judgments on people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, because they're like, I'm going to go to heaven and you're going to fucking hell, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Jesus Christ. Chill, man.
Right?
The fuck?
Yeah.
All right. I've gone on long enough. I had to get that out of my system there. So
Yep.
that was Isaiah chapter 33.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that we'll be back tomorrow with
Isaiah chapter 34.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Yep. Bye. Husband,
Wife.
do you remember what happened yesterday and where the hell we are and what the fuck is going on?
Well, we just got done reading Isaiah chapter 33.
We did.
And in there was a ship that was not sailing or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, there was God and he was saying stuff and Isaiah was saying it for him and there was people dying and people living and God was causing most of it.
And verses were out of order.
He's always a dick, so there's that.
Yes.
Yeah, that was, I mean, I don't know. Isaiah it's just like a lot of doom and gloom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's a lot of bad shit he's prophesizing. And then if you are fearful enough of God, you might get to live after some shittiness. And
yeah,
that's about the gist of pretty much every chapter we've read recently, it seems like.
Sucks.
Yeah. So anyway, that was Isaiah chapter 33.
Not a fan. Sure
I
as
mean,
fuck
you're
was.
right, yeah. And so today we're reading
Isaiah chapter 34.
All right, let's go do this.
Okie dokie. All right, Isaiah chapter 34.
All right.
Very excited to jump into this chapter today. Come near.
Come here.
You nations.
Get over here.
Get over here. You nations, and listen.
Okay.
Pay attention, you peoples.
Mm.
I'm gonna say that from now on.
Pay attention, you peoples.
Pay attention, you peoples.
Yeah.
I need
That'll
that on
get
a
everyone's
shirt.
attention, yeah.
Yeah. Let the earth hear and all that is in it, the world and all that comes out of it.
Okay. What are we supposed to hear? We're coming over.
But wait.
What's going on?
What comes out of the world?
Volcanoes?
Spaceships.
Those come off of the world, not from in the world. Like in the world.
It doesn't say comes out. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Come off the world versus out of the world. Okay.
Right, yeah.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying.
The Lord is angry with all nations. Okay?
All of them.
He's
okay.
pissed.
All right.
His wrath is on all their armies.
All of them.
All of them.
Got
Across
it.
the board.
Okay.
No exceptions. 100%.
Including the Native Americans?
All of you suck. That's
Okay.
what he's saying.
I'm just checking. Cause,
Sure.
You know.
People he's never met.
Yeah.
All of you suck.
Right.
Because you either suck because I know you or you suck because I don't know you.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
He will totally destroy them. He will give them over to slaughter. Boom. You know how it goes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
You know how I like to kill people, and I've decided, like, okay, I can't do a flood. What else is on the table?
You know what really bothers me is that if some disaster happened in the world, right, and lots of people died,
Mm-hmm.
there would be a significant amount of people that would be like,
That's
God's
the way it
angry.
goes.
That's what happens.
God's mad. What you gonna do?
They were doing this over there, so that's why they all died. That's
always,
what happened.
Right now it's the trans people.
Right.
Like 20 years ago it was the gays. Now it's the trans. You know how it goes. God's always pissed at somebody.
It's like they don't like to recognize how angry God is at things until something bad happens. And then when something shitty happens, they're like, that was God.
Shouldn't have had 2 legs and 2 feet.
But if you talk to him on any regular Tuesday, God's a really good. He's a good guy.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's a wonderful guy.
He's so loving.
But when
He's
bad shit
kind.
happens, I mean,
Yeah.
he did that because he was angry.
Yeah.
That's just God.
They're like,
you know God.
You know how God's angry? He did that. Oh, God's never angry. Like, whoa! The whiplash is real.
Yeah. All you gotta do is ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
That's all.
You
That's
just
all
have to
do.
fear him and
Right.
roll around on the ground in the dirt.
They don't even use fear anymore. They just say
Yeah.
forgiveness.
Just
They just ask for
forgiveness.
forgiveness, right?
But mean it. But
you,
only
right,
kind
you gotta
of.
right. At least on Sunday, mean it.
And I mean, it's fine if you hold the Bible upside down and if you don't actually read it and know how to talk about it. Like, that's fine.
As long as other people think that you're religious, then you're still probably okay.
And really, do they have to think you're religious or do they just have to like your warmongering?
Yeah, that works too, I think.
we love to kill.
If you're godlike and want to kill other people, then you're pretty much Christian. So,
right,
might as well just adopt you.
Murder is fun. I mean, look, it's in the Bible. Slaughter.
Sorry, that was a lot of vague references to Trump there. But
yeah.
I just thought I'd throw that out. So
that was definitely Trump we were describing there.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay, sorry. I have to interrupt this broadcast to...
But that's not what we already were doing?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Well, before it was like related. This is only related in that, I have a thing to say about Trump.
Okay. Yeah.
So did you hear he went on Hannity and Hannity was trying to give him an out and be like, oh, the press is beating you up saying you're going to totally be an authoritarian, but you're not, right? And he was like totally like saying, here's a softball.
Yeah.
All you have to do is deny it.
Right.
Be like, I would never. He goes literally, oh, I will on day one.
Oh my God.
And then I'll stop. But I got to close those borders on day one. And I got to take away healthcare on day one.
Wow.
Day one, I'll be an authoritarian. And then I'll stop.
Wow.
Well, I got to get all my people in place on day one. But then I'll stop being. And so then Sean Hannity's like, okay. And the conversation went on. And then he came back to it because he was like, okay, we're going to try this again.
Why would you do that?
And he was like, but you're not really going to be an authoritarian, right? Right? And Trump was like, oh, no, I totally am. Like, you could imagine Sean Hannity doing, like, the forehead on the desk move.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my God, you simpleton.
Right.
I was trying to help you.
But they've dug themselves a hole. They can't. They just can't. Right. Like, they have to go along with whatever the fuck he says at this point. Because it's just...
No, he wouldn't be an authoritarian. And now they're like, oh, authoritarian is awesome. Right? I love authoritarian.
Better start rewriting our scripts. Jesus.
Yeah. Like, we were going to try to defend him and lie, but now there's no way out of it. Now, we love authoritarians. I mean, fascism is so fun. I mean, have you seen the Nazi outfits? They are so on fleek this year. Right? Okay, so anyway, back to the Bible.
Right.
Fun. So slaughter.
Yeah, slaughtering everybody.
Slaughter,
yeah.
You see the connection.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. Their slain will be thrown out, as you do.
Right.
Their dead bodies, they're going to stink. They'll stink.
Oh my God.
You know how dead bodies stink?
Wow.
They will stink.
That's very, that's kind of disturbing and
Bible.
descriptive.
Yep. Dead bodies stink. And, also mountains, well, they will be soaked with their blood.
Jesus.
I love me some blood. I'm God. I love blood.
I'm imagining fun. Like the amber waves of grain in our like national anthem.
The amber,
only
right?
Like it's the blood-soaked hills of Colorado.
Yeah. All the stars in the sky will be dissolved.
Jesus.
Yeah, like I'm so done with this creation that I am.
He's blotting out everything, like.
And acid for you, and acid for you.
Shaking the Etch-a-Sketch.
And throw some lye on this.
Right?
Yeah. All the stars in the sky will be dissolved, and the heavens rolled up like a scroll. I'm talking about the heavens too. Fuck
man, this
heavens.
This is gonna be way worse than the flood. He's like, it's all gone, guys.
Y'all didn't want to flood. That's okay. I'm not gonna flood you. Don't worry. Right. I'm just gonna, make you a zero existence.
Right. Yeah.
And the heavens too. Fuck those angels.
But like, what does it even matter that you're killing them? Like, you're gonna apparently wipe everything out.
Right.
So.
Like, you could just skip the kill and go straight to like some zero.
Reset.
Yep.
Hitting the reset button here.
Just hit the reset button.
Yep.
Whatever. All the starry host will fall like withered leaves from the vine. Killing the angels. Done with them.
Okay.
That's what the starry host is.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Like shriveled figs from the fig tree. Fuck those guys. Fuck you. Fuck these. Fuck those. Fuck them.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck all the things.
Mm-hmm.
My sword has drunk its fill in the heavens. I'm so fucking done.
Wow.
Yeah. See, it descends in judgment on Edom. Okay, so now he's done talking about
the whole world,
the entirety of everything and always.
Got it.
And now he's like, specifically,
you guys
Edom.
down there in Edom, you're fucked.
Yeah. Like, I was pissed at everything, but I turned around and you guys were in my sight. So, you know what? Speaking of Edom.
Right.
Them guys. The people I have totally destroyed.
And Edom's like, you were just talking about everybody. Like, why? What did we? What?
We're literally no worse than anybody
You said everybody
else.
was bad. Why are you focused on us, man?
Why you gotta call us out? Okay, the people I have totally destroyed. Okay,
Oh,
so
he
he's
did.
done
He
with
did
them.
it. He's done.
The sword of the Lord is bathed in blood. It is covered with fat, the blood of lambs and goats, fat from the kidneys of rams.
Okay.
He is so murdery. He's
killing the animals.
He's like, bitches, I am covered in blood.
But why was he killing animals?
Because I am gluttonous
He's
with
just
murder.
like, I want things to bleed? Is that basically all?
I cannot get enough slaughter and blood and murder. I'm so smiling angry.
Right?
I'm smiling. You think I'm angry, but I'm smiling. I'm literally a lunatic.
I think that's
right?
that makes more sense.
For the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Edom. You know how it be.
Ah, yeah.
And the wild oxen will fall with them, the bull calves and the great bulls. Their land will be drenched with blood. Awesome.
Okay.
We go swim in it. And the dust will be soaked with fat.
I'm a little confused. I'm actually really confused here.
I'm killing all the animals too.
Right, but he's not. Okay, but like, why are we talking? I don't understand why we're talking about killing the animals.
I'm killing everything. I'm also killing the angels.
But like, if
I'm killing the angels, you better guarantee I'm killing the animals.
But why are we're so specific about what we're killing here? We're going down to the specific animals when he's talking about taking away the goddamn stars.
Okay, listen to me. If I am killing the angels, do you think a caterpillar has a fucking chance?
I mean, probably not.
No,
yeah,
absolutely not. Platypus, gone.
Yeah.
I'm so over the platypus. If I'm killing my angels, my guys who worship me, I am definitely getting rid of the scorpion.
I'm gonna hedge a guess here and say that this hasn't happened. Because if it
like
did, it feels like there'd be a lot of,
I mean,
you know,
what is that word? Extinction level event,
right? Yeah.
I feel like we would have had one of those and we didn't.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, the stars going away would probably make some news even thousands of years later.
Yeah, I would think that. And also all the rivers of blood and animal fat.
Yeah, that would definitely, that would resonate. Yeah.
I happened to see some documentaries today that had animals in them.
Yeah.
So they're still around.
Right. So. Right. So they made it. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it.
I haven't seen any angels lately, though. So, I mean, for all I know, they done.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Have you?
Maybe he stopped with the angels.
It's like he started and then he killed all the angels. He was like, I was going to kill everybody else, but goddamn, I'm tired. This shit wore me out.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm done being mad now. Whatever.
Right.
I mean, whatever. Like, literally, he just needs some, like, Lexapro or something.
I mean, it sounds like it,
I say that as a person on Lexapro.
Right.
Not making fun and mocking people with mental health issues who need Lexapro.
Right.
So much as saying, methinks the Lord could use some.
Right.
For the Lord has a day of vengeance, a year of retribution, to uphold Zion's cause. Okay?
Oh, okay.
You know.
This is upholding their cause.
Yeah, this is a cause.
What exactly is their cause?
Kill them all. Kill.
Okay.
Murder, kill,
I
kill.
think, okay, sure.
Slaughter.
I thought it was to fear God and to be upright and all that
Drown
shit.
in blood.
But apparently it's just killing things.
Dance in fat.
Yeah, right.
What?
All those things apparently.
Throw babies against rocks.
What? They haven't covered that one yet.
Not in this chapter.
Not in this chapter.
Right. I was just coming out ahead of it.
Right.
If I say it in comedy and jest ahead of it, then it won't be as disturbing to me maybe later if it happens.
Right.
I'm trying to be dark funny because this is literally so twisted I can't.
Yeah, right.
Edom's streams will be turned into pitch, like tar.
Okay. All right.
Her dust into burning sulfur. Her land will become blazing pitch. You use that word twice.
Right, yeah.
Can't take you seriously.
Yeah.
It will not be quenched night or day. Its smoke will rise forever.
Wow.
They have a different understanding of the word forever than I do, but that's okay.
Right. It almost sounds like he's going to turn, I guess this is Edom he's talking about at this point, but it almost sounds like they're talking about turning it into like Gehenna or something like that, right? Like the tar pits, the flaming pits.
But guess what didn't happen?
That.
Exactly. From generation to generation, it will lie desolate. No one will ever pass through it again. Pick me. False.
Right.
False.
Correct.
Okay, I have to say something about this next line. Ready?
Sure, yeah.
The desert owl and screech owl will possess it. The great owl and the raven will nest there.
Okay.
Do you recall any references to desert owl, screech owl, great owl, like the owls?
No.
No?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. So I'm going to recommend that you and everybody else go give another listen to our Lilith episode.
Okay.
Because Lilith is another word for great owl and screech owl
Oh.
and desert owl.
Okay.
Okay.
So it could be like alluding to that demons are occupying the desert, that area.
Yes.
Interesting.
Could be owls, could be demons, could be Lilith herself. Who fucking knows?
Okay.
Could you know?
I have no idea.
It could literally be owls.
Got it.
But that is the same word that is used when we looked up Lilith.
I see.
That was what was used.
Interesting.
And then we made a note then that, so when they talk about owls in that thing way far in the future, I think Isaiah or some shit.
Right.
We need to remember that. Okay, so now I'm
remembering
cashing in that chip.
Got it.
And saying, this is that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. God will stretch out over Edom the measuring line of chaos and the plumb line of desolation. Chaos, desolation,
right.
fires, hell,
bad
Lilith,
shit.
demons, whatever.
It sucks.
Her nobles will have nothing there to be called a kingdom. All her, an ad just happened.
I hate it when ads happen.
God.
Ads should not happen.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
This ad popped up and literally it scrolled.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. Okay.
Right.
Her nobles will have nothing there to be called a kingdom. All her princes will vanish away. As they do.
Just vanish. Okay.
What's really funny is that with regard to princes and royalty and stuff, my mom and I both agree that when we watch Hallmark movies every year for Christmas, that if it has princes or royalty in the title, we will absolutely not watch them.
Ah, I see.
Not interested.
Okay.
My imagination only stretches so far. No woman in America is going to be romanced and caught somewhere with some prince. And then,
are you sure about that?
Okay, it happened to Meghan Markle, but the rest of us, no. To be fair, she was a Hollywood actress.
Right, but you said no woman in America, so I just had to, stipulate that did actually happen.
Okay, and you are right. That is a fair argument to make. However, she is gorgeous, and she was an actress in Hollywood. One might claim that she was part of royalty herself.
Okay.
She certainly, as a beautiful actress in Hollywood in the show Suits, was not a normal person.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
She certainly was not in some small town USA.
Right.
Okay? So that's what I meant. But you make a fair point.
Right.
It'll never happen again.
Right.
Unless she is some other royalty.
Got it.
Okay? Thorns will overrun her citadels, nettles and brambles her strongholds. She will become a haunt for jackals, a home for owls.
I see.
Or demons.
But we've gotten away from destroying everything.
Now we're haunting it.
Right. Just eat them.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Sure. Desert creatures will meet with hyenas, and wild goats will bleat with each other and to each other.
Okay.
You know who else bleats?
Who?
Trump. According to John Adirola of the Damage Report, he always refers to Trump as bleeding.
Yes.
When he is tweeting or truthing or Xing or whatever the fuck he's doing on any given day.
Right. Yes, he does. I do find it interesting though that they're mentioning goats and also we're talking about Lilith and possible demons and stuff. Yeah. And then the fires and the tars and it's very hellish.
Very hellish, yeah. There the night creatures will also lie down and find for themselves places of rest.
Okay.
The owl will nest there and lay eggs. She will hatch them and care for her young under the shadow of her wings. There also the falcons will gather, each with its mate.
Okay.
Look in the scroll of the Lord and read. None of these will be missing. Not one will lack her mate.
Okay.
I don't know.
What the
I
fuck
felt
is
like-
that supposed to mean?
I felt like it was supposed to be like scary and gothic and dark,
Yeah,
so I was
but
trying to give it that
it
twisted
just-
reading, but the words didn't match the voice.
No.
Birds.
They're gonna
Birds laid eggs.
Yeah.
Whee! And I'm all, the birds laid eggs. Yeah, that didn't match. But
No,
that's
it
not my
did not.
fault. I can only go with what I'm given. I did not read it in advance.
Yeah.
I took notes, and I could not know that we
You
were
just
going to
thought
get
it was
pretty.
going there, and then there's
It
like
did-
they're
it
all
did
gonna
not.
those things they're all gonna be there,
Yep.
and they're gonna have mates
And lay eggs.
and lay eggs.
Now,
Yeah.
see, it could have been like, and they're gonna be those kind of birds that lay the eggs in the nests of other birds, so that when those babies come out of their nest, then they eat the birds. You know, like it could have been like that, but it wasn't.
Right.
What are those called?
I don't know.
God damn
what
it!
you're talking about.
What are? Yes, you do.
I'm sure
Those
I must.
fucking-
Yeah.
Those fucking birds. They lay their eggs in the nests of other birds, and
Okay.
so they make the peaceful bird.
Are those robins or are
I
they
don't know.
starlings or what?
There's
Yeah.
a word for it, and
Okay.
I want to say it like starts with a D. It's like a
Dickhead.
yeah, basically. But like the sweet, unassuming bird is like, well, I thought I laid 4, but here's a 5th. Okay,
Ah.
and then she just like la la la. I guess I have 5 baby eggs now, and so she
Right.
like nurses them or whatever you do with fucking eggs. You sit on them and hatch them, right?
Yeah.
And then so she's like, I have 5 babies, and they all hatch, and then the one doesn't fit in, and it ain't an ugly duckling.
Mm,
It's a I'm gonna kill you and eat you and take this nest.
got it.
Yeah.
It. Yeah.
I don't know what they're called. I forgot.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
it is what it is.
Well, see, that would have been more fitting. See how I just took a thing that actually happens and was like, that could be a Bible story.
Right. Right.
I wrote the Bible better. Just
Mm,
saying.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
saying. Okay. For it is his mouth that has given the order, and his spirit will gather them there. He allots their portions. His hand distributes them by measure. They will possess it forever and dwell there from generation to generation. The end.
Okay. So I'm the ending with the birds really
Yeah.
is throwing me off here a bit.
Yeah.
What's up with the fucking bird? I feel
I
like
don't
we just
know.
got done watching Twin Peaks.
Right? Yeah, kind of.
And for
like
those who don't know,
Log Lady
you
or
should
something.
like it turns into like there's owls.
Yeah.
You remember
and
the owls?
I do.
Yeah.
Remember the owls. Yeah, I do. I do remember the owls.
That was what's up with the fucking birds.
Okay, hold on.
Well, I mean, are we going to get into that in the Q&A, or do you have something to say now?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing what those cuckoos. That's
Oh,
what they're
you
called.
just had to find.
I had to find it.
Yeah.
They are called brood parasites. They're cuckoos.
Okay.
They don't raise their own young.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happened.
But we should look into what's up with the fucking birds in the Q&A.
And the cuckoos.
Well, that wasn't in the Bible.
But it
so-
should have been. Like my story about the cuckoo birds was way better.
Yeah,
But it wasn't. That
also, it's
great.
really odd that that chapter ended with just fucking birds.
If
like,
happy
that's weird.
little bluebirds fly above Gehenna, why oh why can't I?
Jesus
I wanna fly over hell like the happy little bluebirds.
All right. So on that note, that
Mm-hmm.
was Isaiah chapter 34.
It sure as fuck was.
And we will be back tomorrow with... Wait, hold on. What is
Hold on.
tomorrow?
Okay, so this is going out on Friday.
Oh, yeah. So
that would
tomorrow...
make tomorrow Q&A Saturday.
You fucked that up.
I sure as fuck did. Should I
All
try
right,
it again?
Do it again. Yeah. Sure.
Q&A Saturday.
All right. And then on Sunday this week, I think we're going to be doing...
Sacrilegious Book Club.
And then I'll get the weekly wrap out up. And then we'll be back on Monday with...
Isaiah chapter 35.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Husband,
Wife!
do you know what we're doing today?
Well, today is Saturday, which usually means we're doing...
Q&A Saturday.
That's right. And so what are we Q&Aing today?
Well, we had a few questions from chapters 30 through 34 of Isaiah.
Yeah, we did.
One of which involved birds.
The fucking birds, man.
But we're not getting to that till the end.
I
that
gotta
was
wait
the
till
very
the
last-
fucking...
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm like, what is up with the goddamn birds.
Well, we'll get there.
There, what's that? I wish I had it queued up. The birds and the bourgeoisie or whatever. Like, there's, I don't know. There's some clip about birds and the bourgeoisie fuck, who knows?
Don't
It's
trust
funny.
the birds and
Yeah,
the bourgeoisie.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know what the fuck that's from or what it means, but
Our
I
kid
heard it
says
once.
it.
Yeah, our kid said it once, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I'll try to find a clip. And we suck at putting these things in our notes, but I'm gonna do better today.
And also, if you're ever looking for a clip that we forgot to put in the notes, please, by all means, call us out on it and let us know.
Yeah, we suck sometimes. That's
Usually.
gonna be one of my New Year's resolutions. Do better with clips.
Okay,
Yeah.
show notes.
Show notes, yeah.
Good on you.
So, all right. That being said, are you ready to get into this?
I sure as fuck am.
Let's answer some fucking questions.
Okie dokie. All right, so here is our Q&A over chapters 30 through 34 of Isaiah.
Okay.
First, I want to do a reminder that the book of Isaiah is divided into two main parts. First Isaiah is chapters 1 through 39.
Right.
So we're still in First Isaiah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Second is that chapters 28 through 35, which these all fall into, are generally grouped together as a collection of poems on Israel and Judah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
But of those, chapters 30 through 32 specifically deal with Egypt and Assyrians, while placing the Messianic kingdom alongside the downfall of Assyria.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So all of that before we now hop into our chapters.
Got it.
Okay?
Yep.
So chapter 30 was about trust in the Lord, not in Egypt. And this chapter was a series of oracles dealing with the Egyptian alliance and its consequences.
Okay.
And the present state versus the future prospects of Israel.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Present being contemporary present back then.
Yes, right.
Not present today.
I
present.
understand, yeah.
Okay. And of course, the destruction of the Assyrians.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So there was a rebuke to those in Judah who looked to Egypt for deliverance. And then God exposed the sin of those who put their trust in Egypt. Okay?
Right.
So there was a prophecy that was given at a time when the Assyrian army was attacking Israel and Judah. So Israel and Judah are being attacked by the Assyrian army, and then Isaiah is talking about this prophecy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The northern kingdom of Israel would soon be conquered by Assyria, and the people of Israel would be taken into exile.
And
okay.
So there's people running to Egypt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that essentially what's happening?
As this is happening.
Right. And God's like, fuck you for doing that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
The Assyrians would then come against the southern kingdom of Judah, and because of this, the leaders of Judah looked to Egypt for protection against the Assyrian invasion.
Oh, so it was literally an alliance. Like they were trying to form an alliance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And that was all like confusing while we were reading it, but there was a reason that he was saying all these things. These things were unfolding at the time he was saying them.
Oh, okay.
You know
so
what I
this
mean?
wasn't even a prophecy. This was him just kind of telling the news as it is.
Well, kind of. He's saying, you guys are going there for an alliance, and that's a bad idea.
Got it.
Like, he wasn't saying, hey, eventually there's going to be a fight, and if you guys go over there, that's going to be bad. He's saying, you guys are doing this right fucking now. There's war. Don't do this. Don't turn to them. Be demolished by your enemies and just turn to God. It's going to be fine. And so the fact that, like, the Babylonian capture and all that, the exile happened,
right?
The fact that happened, Isaiah is saying, I told you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Isaiah saying that all of that shit is going to happen. And then it happened. Okay. So now Christians can look back and be like, Isaiah warned them. See what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to put it in context of these things were happening. Isaiah was trying to give a warning about the consequences. And now we can look back and see there were consequences. Now, were those consequences of God? I don't think so. I think that the people were being captured and
Just
you
the way
know,
things went.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes
And moreover, like I've questioned when this was written too, because like
parts of it
is
came
it really
later.
right? Yeah, I'm like I don't think that he actually I I don't believe in prophecy. B, the prophecy that he's giving, if he gave it beforehand, is something that probably is in the works anyway. Like,
Mhm.
like he's able to see that this is the way
Right. This
the
is the way
wind's
the
blowing,
cards are going to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not, I don't think he's doing anything super wonderful, great, here.
He's just like a podcaster that's doing the news, like reading polls and being like,
This is probably the way it's going to go.
right. Like, you're not a prophet.
Yeah.
You're just merely putting your best guess based on what you know based on history.
Right. Yeah.
So Isaiah then condemns King Hezekiah of Judah. He condemns his reliance on negotiations with Egypt for support against the Assyrians.
Got it. Okay.
So the next bit of that chapter is about the burden against Judah for their trust in Egypt.
Okay. Yep.
And Isaiah proclaimed a burden against the pack animals of Judah. Remember, there was that whole thing?
Yeah.
They would be the ones carrying the riches of Judah down to Egypt through the wilderness in a foolish attempt to purchase protection against the Assyrians.
Right.
So he's like, those poor animals carrying all that gold, that sucks for them.
Yeah.
Right? Then there was that whole, the Lord wanted Judah's rejection, like, documented.
Right, where they wrote it down on the scroll or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He wanted Judah's rejection of his message and his messengers to be documented.
Right.
Judah wanted to hear from the prophets and God's messengers, but they did not want to hear the truth from them. So, like, this was that part where they were like, stop talking your prophecies, your prophets.
Yeah.
But
tell us
then-
what we want to hear type thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
but then there was also the fact that a lot of the prophets were drunk, as you pointed out. So,
Yeah.
like,
And that's, I mean, like, how are you supposed to trust in people who are not trustworthy? And and how are you supposed to single out the one person
that
hypothetically
might be telling the truth.
Right. Yeah.
Or might know what he's talking about.
Sure. In this hypothetical situation, yes. How are you supposed to single that one person out that is theoretically giving you the good information?
Right. Exactly. So another way of phrasing this too is that they wanted religion, because they did like talk about God and stuff all the time, and they had idols and stuff. So they clearly wanted religion,
Right?
But they didn't want to actually follow God's laws as they pertain to their day-to-day life.
I think, I mean, a lot of the gods that they worshiped back then, from my understanding of what we've read in the Bible, just in here, is that they would worship to like gods of crops or gods of
they were
things
short term, not long term.
Like, help me with this one thing,
right?
And I'll get some help.
Okay, so the judgment came upon Judah for their trust in Egypt and for their rejection of his message. And then God promised that because Judah trusted in Egypt instead of him, everything would be broken and collapse.
Right.
Remember
But I mean,
that?
everything's always broken and collapsed.
I know.
Though. Like,
Everything's
this is
the
nothing
worst.
new.
Everything's always like, oh my God, they're at war. Are
Yeah,
they?
right?
Are they? I never saw that.
I'm shocked.
Right? And then Judah was brought low because of their self-reliance and their rejection of God's message.
Okay.
It's funny that you call what you call self-reliance, I call asking for help.
Right.
From their neighbors.
Yeah.
So then comes the blessing of restoration. Remember, that was like so weird. He's like, you guys suck, but I'm still going to let a few of you live or whatever.
Yeah.
God promises to bless his people with the desire for purity. The people of Judah kept household idols that they used to worship or honor other gods.
Still and always. And
God promised a day when they will defile those images and throw them away as, quote, unclean things.
I would have loved to have seen that day if it actually happened. Like just a bunch of people just like, get these things out of here. Right? Fucking goddamn idols.
Well, I wanted to go back over unclean things.
Yeah.
Because the literal Hebrew for unclean thing is menstrual cloth. And do you remember us talking about that?
Yes,
the
I
translation that we read used that term.
It did.
But it doesn't, not every interpretation uses that term.
Right.
Okay. The people of God would come to hate their idols so much, is what is supposed to be believed,
Yeah.
that they would throw them away as readily as they would throw away a used menstrual cloth.
Got it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly, the King James Version and the New International Version both translate these words as menstrual cloth, but the New King James Version uses the euphemistic unclean thing.
Oh.
Which I found
okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
So we are not reading the King James Version,
No.
but it does use menstrual cloth as well does the King James Version.
Got it. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Right.
But the New King James Version does not.
Right.
I don't know what to think about
Yeah,
that.
I don't know either. There's a shit ton of translations out there, and they all translate it differently.
Yes,
so.
and we will get into that when we come to answer your birds.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to plant that seed for you and keep you interested to the end.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then the Lord places a judgment on Assyria and talks about how he promises his people will have gladness in the day of judgment.
Okay.
And that's where we talk about Tophet a little bit. Do
Yeah.
you remember Tophet?
Yes.
Okay, it was a place in the Valley of Hinnom, just outside of Jerusalem's walls. And the Valley of Hinnom served as Jerusalem's garbage dump, and the combination of disgusting rubbish and smoldering fires made it a picture of hell.
Right.
The Hebrew word for hell, Gehenna, comes from the word for the Valley of Hinnom. Therefore, God says he has a special place in hell for the Assyrian king.
Right.
That's what he meant when he said that.
I mean, according to people who translate this to then later fit what hell was in the Old Testament.
Sure.
Right.
Now, Tophet is a location in Jerusalem in the Valley of Hinnom where worshipers engaged in a ritual involving passing a child through the fire.
Whoa.
Which was equivalent, of course, to child sacrifice.
Oh, so it didn't exactly pass through, it passed on to.
Passed in. Yeah.
Okay.
They were like...
That's terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Traditionally, the sacrifices have been ascribed to a god named Moloch.
Oh.
We've
talked about Moloch before, yeah.
The Bible condemns and forbids these sacrifices, and the Tophet is eventually destroyed by King Josiah. Remember all that?
No, I don't remember that bit.
King Josiah got rid of all of the child sacrificing.
Oh.
He was
he didn't
stop that.
Did he destroy the pit of fire? Or
I don't know.
He just got rid of the child sacrifice stuff.
I think he got rid of the child sacrifice stuff and condemned child sacrifices.
Got it. Is this the same way that idols were gotten rid of, or
no? I think he did a pretty good job. If I recall us reading that stuff, the idols might have remained, but the child sacrifice went right out. But the trash heap surrounding Jerusalem still smelled of a lot of that.
Right.
It would have, the Valley of Hinnom still would have smelled of burnt flesh.
Right.
And so would still be the image of hell.
Sure.
So although mentions by the prophets Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Isaiah suggest that the practices associated with the Tophet may have persisted.
Oh.
So
okay.
There's that too.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But I don't know. We are going to read Jeremiah and Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the next several books that we're going to be reading. So we'll see what they have to say about it.
Sure.
But most scholars agree that the ritual performed at the Tophet was definitely child sacrifice. And they connect it to similar episodes throughout the Bible and recorded in Phoenicia, whose inhabitants were referred to as Canaanites in the Bible, and Carthage by Hellenistic sources.
Okay.
So these things definitely happened. People were definitely doing child sacrifice.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Now, there is disagreement about whether the sacrifices were offered to a god named Moloch. That's what a lot of people think.
Right.
But that may have just been a catch-all phrase.
Sure.
Based on Phoenician and Carthaginian inscriptions, a growing number of scholars believe that the word Moloch refers to the type of sacrifice rather than a deity.
Oh, okay.
So that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Kind of like when you talk about capital G God versus lowercase God.
Right.
Or Baal versus Baal.
Right.
Yeah. There's these, the Lord versus the word master versus the word God.
Yeah.
What exactly are we talking about here? Kind of depends on the context and dialect even.
Sure. I mean, when we talked about Moloch in the Bible, it sounded like they were talking about a god.
It did, but that could have been a poor translation.
Right.
You know,
right.
we just don't know.
Sure.
There is currently a dispute as to whether these sacrifices were dedicated to Yahweh rather than a foreign deity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
Well, and that could go back to, I know we did
Mhm.
some reading about different sects of Judaism and stuff
Yes,
too.
early Judaism, where they felt like they were honoring
Right.
Judah or
Yahweh. Right.
Even though the others were like, no, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. So it could have just been misinterpreted. It could have been different interpretations
Yes.
of the Judean God.
Yes.
So
yes, it could even have been people who were like paying homage to their ancestors by following these rules,
right.
These practices, saying like, you know, well, of course we do it this way. Why wouldn't we? It's always been done this way. My grandmother told me
Sure.
stories of when she was a child and threw the youngest on the fire.
Right.
Some
right.
shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Archaeologists, let me try that again. Archaeologists have applied the term Tophet to large cemeteries of children found at Carthaginian sites that have traditionally been believed to house the victims of child sacrifice, as described by Hellenistic and biblical sources. So there are entire graveyards of children.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
This interpretation, however, is controversial. I could see why it would be.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't want to admit that that's part of your own God's past.
Yes.
Like your own mythology.
Right.
You wouldn't want to make that part of it.
Right.
You'd
we have
want
no...
to deny.
We have no problem throwing Egyptian gods and beliefs and practices under the bus.
Right.
Even though, you know, Egypt is still a place that exists today.
Yeah.
But boy, when it comes to Christianity, we're like, no, that never happened, or oh, that was different times, or whatever.
But Egyptian gods, for the most part, have died off. Like, they're not...
Right. I'm just saying, like, as far as, like, the things that they did and practiced back then, like, we totally make fun of. Right?
Yeah.
But
well,
not with Christianity.
To be perfectly honest with you, I mean, that's part of my intent with what we're doing, is that I want to be at a point where we can just talk
those gods are silly.
Jovially about what we're discussing. You know, like this this God and the things that we're reading about, they are absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
They're over the top.
And clearly dangerous when people interpret them into such a way as that they feel perfectly fine throwing kids on a fucking fire.
Right. And you have to be able, like, I want to, and I'm already at, but I want other people to be at a point where we can look at it and say, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's like, what?
Sometimes
what even
it's
is that?
Funny, sometimes it's asinine, and sometimes it's fucking harmful.
Right. But when it passes from something that we still follow and worship to something that was in our distant past that we can talk about as a mythology,
mm-hmm.
it doesn't hold as much sway as what it does now.
Right.
And it would be wonderful if we could actually talk about Christianity and Judaism as that, as something that has passed into mythology.
Right.
I don't have any illusions that that's going to happen in my lifetime, but I definitely want to contribute to it getting there.
Yes.
You know?
I agree. So, this interpretation is controversial, as I said.
Sure.
With some scholars arguing that the Tophets, or burial places, may have been children's cemeteries as opposed to, like, actual burial plots for sacrificed children.
Sure.
They were just, oh no, this is just where we
where
bury
the children
kids.
get buried, yeah.
Sure. Rejecting Hellenistic sources as anti-Carthaginian propaganda.
Okay.
So then we start getting political.
But it sounds like there's a lot of like even biblical sources that are saying, no, this stuff was happening.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, according to the Bible, it definitely happened.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You guys are the ones telling me to take this shit for reals.
Right.
Like, it happened.
Yep.
Others argue that not all burials in the Tophet were sacrifices.
Okay.
So,
but some were.
Some were, yeah. The Tophet and its location later became associated with divine punishment in Jewish eschatology.
Okay.
And that's where we get, the word hell and
Right.
hellfires and all that.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was chapter 30.
Right.
Okay. Now we're moving on to chapter 31.
But that was all the first chapter we read?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Right? Yeah.
We
Interesting.
spent 20 minutes on that.
Well, we had a lot to talk about. I mean, child sacrifice is a big topic in
Right.
and of itself.
Right. Yeah.
So chapter 31 was about the Egyptians are men, not God.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
God will give victory, not Egypt.
Yeah, that was like, I don't know why we had to point that out, but okay.
Right, exactly. So in this chapter, Isaiah confronted Judah with two sins. First, the sin of trusting in Egypt and their military might, and the sin of not looking to God.
Which
Judah.
was essentially a recap of what we were going over in the last chapter.
Yes. Judah felt that they had a reason to trust in chariots because they are numerous, and in horsemen because they are strong.
Right.
So they were like, we're being attacked. We have to ask for help from Egypt, and they are strong and they are willing. Why would we not? Dumb.
Right.
So I have a verse here, verse 8. Then Assyria shall fall by a sword, not of man. We were kind of curious what that was about.
Well, I'm assuming that's God.
Yeah, but there's more to it.
Okay.
According to some scholars that I got these notes from, this was fulfilled exactly. The Assyrian army devastated almost the entire land of Judah and camped on the outskirts of Jerusalem, waiting to conquer the nation by defeating the capital city. And 2 Kings chapter 19 describes how God simply sent the angel of the Lord and killed 185,000 Assyrians in one night. Do you remember all that?
I do remember that, yeah.
That is what this is related to. So a lot of times when we're like, did this shit ever happen? We forget that, this shit was actually already talked about in 2 Kings.
Right, but this is a lot like, we're using the Bible to prove the Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe there was something that happened. I don't think God killed 185,000 people.
No, that's true.
But maybe something happened, but that's...
Right.
Again, we're using the Bible to...
Oh, no.
We're not using it, but
yeah.
that they are using the Bible to prove the Bible.
Right. I'm trying to remember that this is all in context of itself.
Right.
We're reading stuff that we already read about. This is just basically an alternate perspective. And I keep forgetting that these are all different puzzle pieces.
Got it.
And that makes it very confusing for me.
Sure.
Okay. So that's all I had to say about chapter 31.
Okay. Yeah.
So now we're moving on to chapter 32. Unlike the previous chapters, this chapter makes no reference to the overthrow of the Assyrians.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is about the righteous king, the kingdom of righteousness, blessings coming from the king.
Yeah, this was a pretty peaceful, good sounding chapter, wasn't it?
Except for some of it, yes.
Right. Overall, compared to what we had been reading.
Yeah. In the aftermath of Jerusalem's deliverance, a king comes and they talk about the blessings of the restoration from the king and the blessings of righteousness and integrity from the king. Right. And then there was a call to prepare for the coming of the Spirit.
Yeah.
And then the last half of that chapter was a warning to the women of Jerusalem.
Right.
So that's why I was like,
Yeah, okay, that was not good.
That was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this threatening oration that Isaiah made is linked to other oracles of the return from exile. So we will be reading about other prophets in the coming chapters, and these are all linked to that. So we'll read more about...
You mean in the coming books?
Yeah, I said chapters and I meant books. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah. So we will be reading more about how men like to tell women to shut up.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting. In the name of God, though. Affectionately, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's not me telling you that.
It's a funny story. I was watching a short on some social media site somewhere, and there was this pastor on there telling how he was talking about how there's only one spot specifically in, I think it was Timothy or something like that, where they specifically say that women can't be, pastors, preachers, whatever the fuck they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, but in other places it says that anybody can be that. So it's just, he was talking specifically about this one thing, and there was these people that were doing this other thing, and blah, 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 and like excusing it all. But I'm like, he's excusing it by taking this one thing and saying that it was about something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's also forgetting that the entire Bible is filled with all this anti-woman sentiment.
Totally agree. But there is a question among different Protestant sects as to whether or not women can be in leadership positions.
Right.
And so I appreciate what he was saying is basically, yes, they can, because when the Bible tells women you can't do that, whatever he was quoting and referring to is the only place, and it was directed at those specific women.
No, and I'm all for them having power in those groups. I guess I'm railing against the idea that women, like, I struggle with how a woman could read the Bible and be like, I'm okay with any of this.
No, totally agree with you. And I see what you're saying where you're like, how nice of you to find like one spot that you can defend of goodness. Like,
right.
Yay, you're not still on our team though.
Yeah, right.
But I just wanted to point out that I do appreciate any time a man in Christianity is actually fighting for the rights of women to hold leadership positions within the Christian faith, because that is rare.
It's better than the norm. How's that? Or it's better than the other half, or whatever the case is.
Right.
You know? So
look, I'm not here to defend this guy. I am here though to be honest and fair. And in fairness, that guy was actually doing a good thing.
No, I get that. I'm not saying he's one of the worst ones that I've ever seen
He's
or anything
still a
like
Christian.
that. I'm just saying that I feel like by saying that it was forgetting all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we read about it about it all through the OT.
Right. But these are, most of the things that we've read are the way men treat women and the way the people treat each other. The thing that he's quoting is specifically God telling women how to behave.
Right.
And what to do, and that they cannot be in leadership.
Sure.
Because they are doing wrong or whatever.
Right.
Okay. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Like, yes, by just being in there and not condemning it, that in and of itself is not approving of it, but promoting that it's okay.
Right.
By not condemning, you're saying you're accepting it.
Sure.
But there's a difference between accepting it and in this one place completely saying you can't do that.
Right.
And so I think that's what he was trying to say.
Sure.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, blah, 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 blah. So women need to stop being complacent and they need to repent.
Yeah.
And verse 9 shows that what roused the ire of the prophet was the careless unconcern and indifference of the women in face of the reiterated warnings he had uttered. So,
right, but there's literally places in the Bible that we've already read that say that men are basically women's gods.
Yeah.
Like they are to do what their man says no matter what.
Totally agree with you. Not arguing with you.
Right.
I feel like you're going back to the previous point.
I'm just, it made me mad at the time. Like, it made me mad that he's like...
So you are going back to the previous point. Go on.
I'm just saying it made me mad because he was like, these women are complacent. And I'm like, but they were told to be. Right. And it makes me mad. That's all. Sure. That's all. No, I just wanted to say again, makes me mad.
I agree with you. And the Bible sucks and is sexist and gross.
Right.
So there you go.
Okay.
Then the chapter ends with blessings brought by the Spirit. The end. Yeah. Yay. Okay. They weren't very blessy in my opinion. So chapter 33. Mm-hmm. Okay. We have come out of that short collection, but we are still in the group of poems on Israel and Judah.
Okay.
Judah. Jiminy Christmas. Sorry about that. Okay, so the Lord comes in judgment and graciousness. But he says, woe to plundering Assyria. But, yay for a prayer of God's people and the praise of God's people. And the Lord brings judgment. And then he brings the earth low. And remember, that was the whole back and forth. Like, I love you. I'm mad at you.
Yeah,
I love you. I hate you.
Psychotic.
Die. Don't die.
Right.
Yeah, it was really weird. So then there was the fire of the Lord. Okay, and at some point we talked about Zion is delivered and blessed.
Yeah.
And that was in verse 20, and it says, Zion, the city of our appointed feasts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The feasts that they were referring to are the 3 pilgrimage festivals of Passover, the weeks of Pentecost, Shavuot,
Okay.
and Sukkot, which I'm sure I mispronounced that, apologies. The tabernacles, tents, or booths.
Okay.
So however those are pronounced, those are 3 Jewish holidays. That's the feast that they were talking about, the appointed feast.
Okay.
When the ancient Israelites living in the kingdom of Judah would make a pilgrimage to the temple in Jerusalem.
I remember that. Yeah.
That is still a thing today, actually.
Sure.
So, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so chapter 34. We're getting to it. We're getting to your birds, okay?
All right, yep.
So, first of all, we have to talk about the Lord's wrath and the indignation of the Lord against the people. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The fury and the completeness of the judgment of the Lord. Now, this section gives a horrifying picture of cosmic disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, stars falling out the sky.
Yeah, blotted out. It was bad.
Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. Okay, that's a Ghostbusters reference for those who didn't know. And I was holding on to that one since we first read about it. This section, I just said that, blah, 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 brings to an end not just enemy nations, but also the host of heaven and the skies.
Right.
So everything.
Right.
In the immediate context, Isaiah continues his prophecy of the coming judgment against the Assyrians. So that's what it meant, on a small scale.
Yeah.
Okay. But in the larger context, we're supposed to see this passage as an announcement of the judgment to come upon the nations during the time of tribulations,
which is maybe Revelation's second coming type thing for Christians.
Yeah, it's the time. It's capital T tribulation. It's not a
right,
quote unquote an opinion. It's a thing that is supposed to happen after the rapture.
I got it.
So
okay,
yes,
according to Christians.
Well, yes,
right,
yes.
Right.
I'm just saying, it's an actual the apocalypse.
Jewish people would be it's the tribulation.
Yeah.
And then Christian people would be that's, the thing that happens after Revelation.
After the rapture.
After the rapture, yeah.
Yeah. They don't say the revelation is happening. They say the rapture and then 7 years of tribulation and then the second coming.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's the way it works.
I got it.
Okay. And so every time there's somebody that Democrats and liberals love, they're oh my God, it's the Antichrist, because whenever the Antichrist comes, it's somebody who's supposed to join all the nations and the mark of the beast and, all of that shit.
Sure.
And that is supposed to be a harbinger of the rapture.
Got it.
So they're oh my God, that's bad, but still good though. But bad, but good.
But what I'm getting at, the rapture is specifically New Testament though, right? Am I wrong about that, or am I right about that?
I think that's in Revelation.
Right, so that's New Testament.
I think so,
yeah.
Question mark? Yeah.
That's what I was saying. So Jewish people wouldn't be talking about
the rapture or the tribulation, but they would be talking about the time of Gog and Magog.
I thought you just said that this is the tribulation.
Oh, they are talking about the tribulation.
Right.
My bad. Yeah. No, you're right. I'm sorry. Yes.
Right.
Sorry.
I was getting confused here.
I get them confused because of the Jewish versus Christianity, how they're different religions, but they come from the same source.
I was trying to keep them separate somewhat. I'm okay, this is that and that's that.
Sorry.
That's
yes.
this,
Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So Christianity, rapture.
Yes.
Judaism.
And Christianity.
Tribulation.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Got it?
Yeah.
And then after that is the time hereafter or something, the great thereafter.
Okay.
I forget what the Jewish people call it.
Got it. Okay.
The world to come.
Something else.
The world to come.
There's more over there.
That's what they call it. The world to come.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. So then we talk about the great bloodshed of the judgment of the Lord. And that's where it starts getting real nasty.
Yeah, where the people are stinking because they're dead and all that kind of shit.
And the blood. And there was blood and blood and blood.
Right.
Yeah. So starting at verse 5, the judgment is specifically for Edom, who, according to the tradition way back in Genesis chapter 25, should have been with Israel as brothers.
Right.
But they end up having a huge bitter hatred with one another.
Got it.
And they're Edom is super happy anytime Judah or Israel gets it.
Sure.
Okay. They're ha ha. Okay, the Edomites were near neighbors to Israel and often bitter rivals. The Edomites rejoiced. Oh, here, see, the same what I said. They rejoiced whenever the people of Judah or Israel were afflicted. So Isaiah focuses on the judgment that will come against Edom, using them as a single example of the large judgment that will come upon all the nations.
Got it.
So he's like, you were supposed to be friends with them. Let me tell you what happens to enemies of these guys.
This is just going to be a taste of what comes in the end.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
So in associating God's judgment with the bloody image of sacrifice, Isaiah is saying that this is payment for the penalty of sin.
Okay.
So it was like a huge body sacrifice, like a payment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like child sacrifice, only instead it's like the entire fucking village or town or world.
Right, right.
So each sacrificial victim paid the price for the sin of the one bringing the sacrifice. It can be viewed as an imperfect, incomplete payment, but it will be a payment of some kind at least.
Okay.
Is the way that's supposed to be looked at. And I'm like, gross.
Right.
Okay, so wild oxen were mentioned in that.
Yeah.
Wild oxen is the preferred translation, but the King James Version translates it as unicorns.
Really?
Yes.
What? They were sacrificing unicorns?
No, wild oxen were not used in the sacrifices. Possibly, therefore, Isaiah is using animal metaphors for the important people and leaders of Edom.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get it?
That makes some sense. Yeah.
Right? Interesting.
That would actually make a lot more sense as to why they would have used unicorns, because then you're like, that doesn't exist. Why would they? It makes you stop and think, at least, right?
Yeah. So King James Bible kept it in. Everybody else was like, unicorns don't exist. That's
right.
Silly.
But again, if you're trying to go for a metaphor, that's
that was actually a
good way to do
decent
it.
one.
Yeah.
That was a decent one.
Right.
Yeah. So moving on into verse 8, we start talking about how the land is made desolate.
Yeah.
And it's going to be inhabited only by animals of the wilderness.
Right.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to read two different versions of verse 11.
Okay.
There's the one that we read. The desert owl and screech owl will possess it. The gray owl and the raven will nest there.
Right.
Okay, this is how it reads in other translations. But the pelican and the porcupine shall possess it.
What the fuck?
Also, the owl and the raven shall dwell in it.
Okay.
So ours were all owls.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one is the King James Version and just other normal translate. Like, that's not a weird translation.
Okay.
So it's either all owls or it's a few owls, but also ravens, pelicans, and porcupines.
I see.
Okay.
Okay.
But the point, regardless of what animals that we're talking about, is that much of the earth will be so destroyed that in many places only wild animals able to scavenge will be able to live there.
Oh, so they were picking scavenger animals.
Yes.
Essentially. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what that was about.
I see.
Okay. Now, moving on to verse 14. And this is where your birds come in. But I'm not quite there yet because that's in 14b, the second part of that verse. Okay.
Okay.
So we're starting with 14a, the first part of verse 14.
All right.
Desert creatures will meet with hyenas and wild goats will bleat to each other. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. The King James Version translates wild goat as satyr, which was a mythical demonic creature.
Right.
So you know what a satyr is, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's
we're
like
thinking
half man, half goat type
Mr.
deal, right?
Tumnus from like
Right.
the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Right. And I think I commented at the time that the imagery of the goat and the area is very devilish, like,
Yes.
Satan
like,
type,
scapegoat kind of.
Yeah.
Harkening back to that.
For sure.
The Hebrew word here is sair, S-A-I-R, which as an adjective means hairy, and that harkens back to Genesis chapter 27, and as a noun refers to a male goat, as referred to in Genesis chapter 37 and Leviticus chapter 4. It is possible that Isaiah meant that wild goats would inhabit the desolate regions of Edom, or he may have meant that it will be the haunt of demonic spirits.
Okay.
I mean, that with the unicorns and also with the Lilith reference. Let
Yeah.
us not forget.
Right.
Kind of makes me think I think he was
It's
maybe talking
demonic.
about demons.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, that's how I kind of took it. So.
Mhm. So, okay, verse 14b. And also sorry, we're not quite at your birds yet, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting into Lilith, okay? Also, the night creature shall rest there and find for herself a place of rest.
Herself. Got
Yes.
it. Okay.
Night creature, also screech owl, translated from Hebrew as Lilith, the feminine form of the word night, on the basis of an apparent Akkadian cognate, which used the term as the name of a demon.
Okay.
Later Jewish legends also identified Lilith as a demon.
Right.
Old Jewish superstitions make Lilith a person who was a beautiful demon of the night and who seduced men and killed children. It is possible that Isaiah used the term to describe the demonic habitation of Edom after God's judgment. And that's what I tend to think he was
going for.
Otherwise, he's used 3 different terms that at least have that double meaning. He's trying to paint that image, if not say specifically, they're going to be demons.
Right.
He wants you to understand it's going to be hell on earth.
Yeah. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah. Just to reiterate, if we have anybody new that hopped on today, and today's your very first episode ever, we did cover Lilith in one of our earlier episodes. So highly recommend that you go give that a listen if you're interested in that topic. It was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we get into your birds. Okay. I'm going to read 2 different versions of the verse again.
Okay.
Okay. The one that we read said, "The owl will nest there and lay eggs. She will hatch them and care for her young under the shadow of her wings. There also the falcons will gather, each with its mate."
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Now here is the other very common translation. "There the arrow snake shall make her nest and lay eggs and hatch and gather them under her shadow. There also shall the hawks be gathered, everyone with her mate." So it was less about like birds, like having nests and mating and hatching eggs. And I kind of like the version that we didn't read.
Yeah.
Because we've got the snake and the hawk.
Right.
Again, scavengery desert creatures.
Sure.
Right? I'm less about the owl, unless you're specifically trying to say, screech owl, Lilith, demon, seductress, vampire.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was less about the birds and more about just scavengery animals will be the only thing that can live here. And when they hatch their eggs, they will hold them close because
other things are scavenging too.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly. So that was our Q&A for Isaiah chapters 30 through 34.
Yep. All right. So that means that we will be back tomorrow with
Sacrilegious Book Club.
And then I will get our weekly wrap up out.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And then we will be back on Monday with
Isaiah chapter 35.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye. Husband.
Wife.
Do you know what we're doing today?
Well, it is Sunday, which means that today we're doing
Sacrilegious Book Club.
All right. So on our Sacrilegious Book Club, what are we going over today?
We are reading a treasury of Jewish folklore, stories, traditions, legends, humor, wisdom, and folk songs of the Jewish people, edited by Nathan Ozubel. We are getting into, we're in part 3. Part 1 was Jewish Salt. Part 2 was Heroes. And part 3 is the human comedy. Of that, we are reading chapter 4, humorous anecdotes and jests.
All right. You ready to get into this?
Sure as fuck am.
Let's do it.
Okie dokie. Okay, so we are jumping into the jests
Okay.
section. Now, normally these chapters have an introduction,
Right.
but this one doesn't until a little further in when there's an introduction to a very, very short section. But the intro to me seems to fit the whole one,
Okay.
the whole thing that I'm reading.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna use
that
this
one,
as
right.
the intro to the section.
Okay,
And
sounds
I
good.
think it'll suffice. So the intro is on page 439, and it's refers to bitter jests.
All right.
Okay. The bitter jests of the Jews are dipped in the gall and wormwood of their experience. Since the book of Proverbs, the Jewish folk have been saying, even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the end of that mirth is heaviness. This type of humor, of course, is not unique to the Jews, but among them, however, it has acquired deep undertones that stamp it with originality.
Okay.
Jewish bitter jests exude a certain cosmic irony. They show the rational intelligence of the Jew, staggered by the cruel incongruities of his enemy's conduct. Most of the themes of these bitter jests treat of the luckless fate of the Jews. Their mirth has a sardonic bite as it contemplates the bizarre helplessness of their position in a hostile world.
Yeah. Okay.
And I thought that was pretty fitting just in general,
Sure.
but particularly of this chapter called Humorous Anecdotes and Jests.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So the first one I'm going to read, this section opens up on page 421, and this little story appears there, and it's called Zuskind the Tailor.
Okay.
The Bishop of Salzburg issued a decree that on a certain day the Jews of the principality were to present their champion to hold a dispute with a certain Christian scholar who was a great Bible authority and theologian. The dispute was to take place in the cathedral square before the entire populace. Whichever of the two opponents was bested in argument was to lose his life.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so we've got two smarties. We've got a Christian versus a Jew. Whichever one loses the debate is going to die.
That's drastic.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a way to be allowed
Sure.
to kill the Jewish.
Oh.
You know how it is.
Okay.
Yeah. A great terror fell upon the Jews when they heard of this.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They rent their garments and fasted. The rabbinical council issued a call that whoever wished to engage in the disputation with the Christian scholar should report to the chief rabbi. Only Zuskind the tailor showed up.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The communal leaders were filled with consternation. Was this the man to represent them against the most learned priest in the land? But what was there to be done? I mean, you put somebody smart up, then you're going to lose somebody smart. So might as well, if you're going to lose anyway.
Sure.
They're kind of in a bind.
Yeah.
No one else had come forward, for everyone knew it spelled certain death.
Right.
And here was the town tailor, ready to sacrifice his life for the good of all and for the sanctification of the Lord, his holy name.
Right.
That's what it says.
Right.
The appointed day for the disputation arrived. The populace assembled in the cathedral square according to the bishop's decree. The bishop then asked the Jewish champion to step forward and begin the disputation.
Okay.
Said Zuskin the tailor to the Christian scholar, if you are such an authority on Jewish lore, then tell me, what is the meaning of the Hebrew words lo edati? I don't know, answered the scholar readily. Aha! Cried the tailor exultantly. Let me put the question to you again. What does lo edati mean? I don't know, answered the scholar, this time with some exasperation. When the bishop heard the scholar's apparent admission of ignorance for the second time, he ordered that the disputation be halted. They then quickly hanged the scholar, and the Jews returned home with songs of thanksgiving on their lips. They conducted the tailor in triumph to the rabbi. Tell me, asked the rabbi, how did you hit upon such a clever plan to best the scholar? I'll tell you, rabbi, replied the tailor. I looked into the Yiddish translation of the Torah because I do not know any Hebrew, and it said about lo adati, I don't know. So I figured, if the Holy Yiddish Bible translation admits I don't know, how can this enemy of Israel know? And as you see, I judged right. There's a little asterisk just in case you didn't get it. Lo adati means I don't know.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I thought that was cute.
That's a great. Yeah.
Even the Bible doesn't know. The next one is called The Power of a Lie. I didn't really find it funny. What I found it was kind of terrifying.
Okay.
Kind of speaks to today.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
The Republicans, not the politicians at the top, but the bottom ones that believe whatever they're told, kind of thing.
Yeah.
The story's called "The Power of a Lie."
Okay.
In the town of Tarnopol lived a man by the name of Reb Fievel. One day, as he sat in his house, deeply absorbed in his Talmud, he heard a loud noise outside. When he went to the window, he saw a lot of little pranksters. Up to some new piece of mischief, no doubt, he thought. Children, run quickly to the synagogue, he cried, leaning out and improvising the first story that occurred to him. You'll see there a sea monster, and what a monster! It's a creature with 5 feet, 3 eyes, and a beard like that of a goat, only it's green!
Wow.
And sure enough, the children scampered off, and Reb Fievel returned to his studies. He smiled into his beard as he thought of the trick he had played on those little rascals. I have to tell you, I love the phrase smiled into his beard.
Yeah.
That's really great writing there.
Yep.
It wasn't long before his studies were interrupted again, this time by running footsteps. When he went to the window, he saw several Jews running. Where are you running? He called out. To the synagogue, answered the Jews. Haven't you heard? There's a sea monster there. A creature with 5 legs, 3 eyes, and a beard like that of a goat, only it's green.
Oh my God.
Reb Fievel laughed with glee, thinking of the trick he had played, and sat down again to his Talmud. But no sooner had he begun to concentrate when suddenly he heard a dinning tumult outside. And what did he see? A great crowd of men, women, and children, all running toward the synagogue.
Oh my.
What's up? He cried, sticking his head out the window. What a question! Why, don't you know? They answered. Right in front of the synagogue, there's a sea monster. It's a creature with 5 legs, 3 eyes, and a beard like that of a goat, only it's green. And as the crowd hurried by, Reb Fievel suddenly noticed that the rabbi himself was among them. Lord of the world, he exclaimed, if the rabbi himself is running with them, then surely something must be happening. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Without further thought, Reb Fievel grabbed his hat, left his house, and also began running. Who can tell? He muttered to himself as he ran, all out of breath, toward the synagogue.
Yeah.
That time when you tell a lie to so many people and then you start to believe it yourself.
Right.
You could see why I related that to.
Yeah.
Ugh, just scary stuff, you guys. Scary stuff. But also, I thought that was...
It was funny, I thought.
You thought it was funny?
I thought it was funny.
I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was silly.
I mean,
but...
So I think it's a little too light to apply to what's going on in our world right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see how you made the correlation. It's, there's a lot of things that people are saying about false information out there,
mm-hmm.
and everyone's believing it, right?
Well,
and even more so, the people that are telling it are forcing themselves to believe it as well.
Right. They tell Fox News this is a thing that's happening. Fox News reports it, and then they're like, it must be true. I heard it on Fox News.
Right.
And it's like, oh my God.
I also feel like it's more malicious than that. I don't think that the people that are saying these things actually believe them.
No, I agree with you there.
It's more of a control and there's more to it.
No, I definitely, and that's why I said more, this speaks more of the ones on the bottom. But there are a few at the top that I think they really have convinced themselves of some of the lies.
Sure.
Not all of them, but a few
But
of
I
them.
felt like that story itself was very lighthearted and, not, it was obviously not true.
Right.
There's not a monster at the door.
Yeah.
But
and he should have known better since he's the one that made up the damn story in the first place.
Yeah.
So skipping ahead to page 428, we're going to read Sermon Without End.
Okay.
On and on the preacher droned. It seemed as though he would never end his sermon. He was so carried away by his own eloquence that he became unaware of his audience. They yawned and twisted restlessly in their seats. With eyes closed, the preacher was describing in attractive detail the joys the pious would find in paradise. He therefore did not notice the members of the congregation tiptoeing out one by one.
Mm-hmm.
When the last one had departed, the shamus walked up to the preacher and tugging at his sleeve, he said, Rabbi, here's the key to the synagogue. When you get through, do you mind locking up? I thought that one was cute.
Yeah.
All right. This one is also on page 428. It's called When Your Life is in Danger.
Okay.
A Jewish merchant once came on matters of business to the estate of a Polish landowner in the country. He found the landowner at breakfast. On the table were hot cutlets and a bottle of wine. The host politely asked the merchants to take a seat at the table and urged him to eat a pork chop. The Jew thanked him but declined. "Don't you like pork chops?" "On the contrary, I would like them very much, but they're forbidden to us as Jews."
Right.
The landowner laughed. I know, said he. "You call them treff." After that, he poured him a glass of wine. Again, the Jew declined with thanks. That, too, was forbidden.
Huh.
I did not know that wine was forbidden to Jews.
Yeah, I didn't either. There's lots of places in the Old Testament where there is people drinking. Like, I mean, David, I think, drank, and there's all kinds of stuff like that.
Solomon drank.
Yeah, so that's odd to me.
I would like to learn more about that. Like, does it depend on the day of the week or the...
Right.
I don't know.
I think that would make for an interesting special episode at some point.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we should dig into, like currently what they're not allowed to do.
Sure,
You know, so,
I agree. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, no, I'd love to go over that.
Out of patience, the landowner exclaimed, "Your God certainly is a hard-hearted one. He puts upon your shoulders a burden too heavy to carry. Tell me, for instance, what would you do if you got lost in a forest, had nothing to eat for several days, and began to feel that you were about to collapse from hunger? Suppose somebody came along and handed you food that was treff. Would you eat it?" "That's entirely another matter," answered the Jew. "Our law makes provision for emergencies where human life and health are at stake." I didn't know
Does
that
it?
either.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Suddenly, the landowner jumped to his feet. He glared murderously at the Jew and, whipping out a revolver, pointed it at him, crying, "Drink this wine or I shoot!" Before you could say boom, the Jew had downed the wine in one gulp. Still pointing the revolver at him, the landowner poured him a second glass. Before you could say bam, the Jew had gulped it down. Putting down the revolver, the landowner said, smiling to the Jew, "Now don't be angry with me, I beg you. I was only joking. Assure me you're not mad." I would be mad.
Right? Yeah.
"Why shouldn't I be angry? I have every right to be angry," retorted the Jew. "You should have started your little joke a little earlier when you first got to the pork chops." I did think that was funny.
Yeah.
But I also found it a little offensive.
Yeah, don't pull
do that.
guns on people. That's
And,
not ever a good idea.
Yeah, just let them not. You know what? More for you, okay?
Yeah.
Just whatever. Everybody eat or don't eat according to.
Right.
It bothers me none.
Sure.
I don't give a crap.
Right.
Okay. This one is a few pages forward on page 435, and it's called Shortcut.
Okay.
Feld and Bine met on the street. "Shalom Aleichem," said Feld politely. "Go to hell," said Bine. "Look," Feld said indignantly, "I speak nicely to you, and you tell me to go to hell. What's the idea?" Well, we've heard a story similar to this one before, FYI.
Okay.
"I'll tell you," said Bine. "If I answered you politely, you would ask, 'Where am I going?' And I would tell you I'm going to the 8th Street baths. And you would tell me I'm crazy, the Avenue A baths are better. And I would say, 'You're crazy, the 8th Street baths are better.' And you would call me a damn fool, and I would tell you to go straight to hell. This way it's simpler. I tell you straight away, go to hell. And it's finished."
Yep. That's good.
We have heard a similar story.
Right, yeah.
I do kind of like it, though.
Yeah.
Like, let's skip the niceties and
Right.
just jump straight to the, I don't like you, you don't like me.
We're not going to agree, so here it is.
Yeah, this conversation is not going to end well, and I don't want to have it.
Right.
Blah, 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 we're mad at each other. Go away. Skipping forward again to page 441, we are reading Handicapped.
Okay. Yep.
An old patriarchal Jew from a small Polish town was on his way to Warsaw. Opposite him in the train sat a Jew-hating army colonel with his dog.
Oh.
The officer openly showed his contempt for the old Jew. Whenever he spoke to his dog, he called him Yunkel. But the Jew said nothing. Finally, it got under his skin. "What a pity that the poor dog has a Jewish name," the Jewish man muttered. "Why so?" answered the colonel. "With such a name as Yunkel, he just has no chance," replied the Jew. "It's a real handicap. Without it, who knows? He could even become a colonel in the army."
Wow.
So, yeah, he just went with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of clever,
Right.
honestly.
Yep.
Like, what else can you do kind of thing.
Right.
All right. Page 442, Rabbi Mendel's comparison. Rabbi Mendel of Leibovich frequently went to St. Petersburg to plead the cause of the Jews at the court of the Tsar. On one of those visits, he was taken to task by one of the imperial ministers. Do you know, I only just put together that imperial and empire are like related. Like imperial stormtroopers are, from the empire.
Right.
Like it's just one of those starts with an I versus start with an E, so I just never put them together because I'm dumb.
Right.
How do you explain, Rabbi, asked the minister mockingly, that your Talmud is full of the grossest exaggerations? Can you think of anything more preposterous than the story about the dying whale who leaped out of the sea and laid waste to 60 towns?
What?
We haven't got there yet.
Wow.
But yeah. Rabbi Mendel smiled and answered, "Not so long ago, Your Excellency, you yourself dipped your pen in ink once and signed a decree driving out all the Jews from 600 towns.
Ooh.
Now just imagine what might a future historian write about this event. He might say, with one drop of ink on his pen, His Excellency drowned all the Jews in 600 Russian towns. Would that be a gross exaggeration?"
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. The Bible's full of ridiculous stories, but that was a snappy comeback.
Yeah.
And I applaud it.
No, definitely.
Okay. That is it for today. That is all the stories I have for you, my darling.
Those were not bad. I like those,
Not
actually.
bad.
Yeah.
Good, Jess.
Yeah, that was fun. So that was our Jewish folklore episode for today.
Mm-hmm. For Sacrilegious Book Club.
That's right.
Mhm.
I'm going to be getting the weekly wrap. I can't say that right lately.
Nope.
The weekly wrap up out here shortly.
Mhm.
And then we will be back tomorrow with
I have no idea.
Isaiah chapter 35.
Okay, yes, that one.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys then.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.